get the word. Meow. Meow. Ooh, there's a lot going on in this bag. You know what? The word from church today came from 1 Corinthians 15, verses 9 and 10. Let me see. I am that I am. Let me see. I think that's what it was. Here it is. 1:9 says, "For I am the least of the apostles and do not even deserve to be called an apostle because I persecuted the church of God. But by the grace of God, I am what I am. And his grace to me was not without effect." Amen. But by the grace of God, I am what I am, and his grace to me was not without effect. You mean? Amen. Y'all, so I'm over here trying to be faithful in my live, y'all. I got on here the other day. I feel more energized. That day I was having like extreme fatigue. But as you can see, I'm changing the way that I eat because I'm trying to fight back as naturally as I possibly can. And it's actually helping me a lot with my energy. So shout out to God for giving us natural medicine. It's just cucumber and spicy mango. Bussin'. Spicy mayo from the grocery store, like a big bottle, don't hit the same. It really just ain't enough. I'm gonna have to get me a few of these. They're expensive though. I think people think I'm too honest. Certain people. Crazy is I be buying cucumbers and I used to not really eat them. Because I used to hate the outside part. But now the outside part don't even really bother me. Like when I was younger, the outside part of a daggone cucumber just was like, don't eat the cucumber. If it's not peeled, I don't want it. Now I don't even care about that. If you eat sushi and you like spicy mayo and cucumbers, it's almost like that flavor. You eat like a California roll with spicy mayo on it. What's up, Connor? And Floshi. You from Italy? What's up? You might be the first person here from Italy. What time is it right now in Italy? Thanks for the likes. Y'all, I'm just smacking. This is loud, I'm sure. Probably like eating a bag of chips. And I really don't even like eating in front of people like that. So, you know I'm tripping. I'm trying to get my strength back. It's 5:36 here in Virginia. With the U.S. You from Britain? Oh, so y'all late night. Y'all up late. Well, 11 is not late to some people, but I guess because tonight is Sunday. It's Sunday for y'all, right? It's late because like Monday is like school and work and all that. You know how that go. You from Germany? Wow. Y'all from everywhere. Not tomorrow? No school, no work? Why? You from Brazil? Wow. Everywhere sounds better than here right now. I know y'all be watching the news. You from Cali? Shout out to y'all. Shout out to Brazil, Germany, Italy, Britain, Cali. Yeah, everywhere sounds better than here right now. Oh, shit, me. We don't know what's going on. We just over here. Yes. Woo, no school. I don't gotta work neither, so I'm real happy about it. I didn't have to work today. I didn't have to work yesterday either. And I ain't gotta work tomorrow. So that's wonderful when you don't have to work for 3 days. Woo! Feel like you just broke out. When you go to school, like what you go to school for? You in like high school, middle school, college? I miss school. I miss going to school. I be thinking about it lately, like, dang. I went to college and that was so rough on me. I had PTSD for like 4 years. The school was just overkill. I feel like an unbelievable amount of work in the amount of time they give it to you in. But I did it and I finished it, but I don't suggest. Okay. Shout out to you. I don't know how to say your name right. I want to say Kazi, but I feel like that's wrong. No school. That is lit. Somebody said they took a dump on themselves. What should they do? 100% suggest clean up. Clean yourself up. 100%. I would say put on a diaper. So if you're having some rough times, that will work. Less mess. Say it like the E is silent. So, cars or kids? Cars? Y'all be having me with the names. I be trying to read them. Yeah. I did terrible in spelling. I don't know what to say about reading. We just read. We read what they gave us and we read. I was not the worst. I was not the worst. I actually feel like when I read my Bible, you know, some people when they read the Bible, they're like, what did it say? I feel like I can pronounce the names in there pretty well. So maybe I'm a decent reader. Eating on the healthier side, go crazy. So y'all from everywhere. Anybody ever been to the United States? Do you ever want to come? A lot of people be wanting to come here. I be like, why? Go crazy. And that's the one thing I can't figure out. Why do people be wanting to come here? I know why people want to go other places because, well, it's not that we don't have anything beautiful, but I don't know. Everybody be wanting to come here. Go crazy. You don't right now, trust me. You open the door. They just do anything over here, bro. If that's what you into, they do whatever around here. I ain't never been out the United States for real. I be scared only because I'm black. I be feeling like, I don't know, people don't like you just because you be black. I ain't got time. It's hard enough here. This and this together actually give me like a seafood. I don't know what that's about. I don't like it. Maybe this daggone cucumber. So what did y'all do today? Anybody want to tell me? Okay, so it's 5:40 here p.m. I would love to know, like, tell me, why y'all want to come here for? I be really wanting to know. Why do people want to come to America? Y'all gotta have something going on over there better than what y'all looking for here. I guess everybody want to go somewhere different than where they are. I live in Virginia, which is like New York. Y'all know on that coast. Florida. There's some pretty lit states on this side that a lot of people be knowing about for different little reasons, different little happenings. My kids in here beefing right now. Hey, Logan, come here. I gotta be a mom real quick. Come here. And they be trying to act like they can't hear me sometimes. What's the problem?
Someone was getting in bed and then so he hit me.
Who hit you?
The real thing what happened, he kept just messing with my bed, jumping
I was
on my
trying.
bed.
I was trying.
That don't mean hit him.
Spider-Man.
I didn't hit him.
He said you hit him.
Like Spider-Man.
Trent was in there.
I was trying to act like Spider-Man. I was trying to act like Spider-Man.
I told him, if you want to do that, then you can do it on your bed. And then he
But
got mad.
but there's too much stuff.
You can do. You gotta clean your bed off. If Evan doesn't want you jumping on his bed, then you don't jump on his bed. But y'all don't be hitting. Can somebody close my door back? Well, all sorts such as games we can't get in the UK. Also a bunch of food we don't have any. Yeah, landmarks like we have. The T-posing Jesus. I guess I know what you mean. Yeah, because they be caring about what y'all be digesting and putting in y'all body. So sometimes I think it's overkill. Some of the rules I hear about different little places, like, dang. But it's like, tell me why. You know what I'm saying? If I get a little understanding of why. But over here, they be pretty much hope you croak early. You know what I'm saying? They don't care about long life. If actually, I think it's the opposite. I think depopulation is the name of the game. If I had to guess the name of the game, that's what it would be. Like, if you got a problem, instead of teaching you the natural way to fix it, they're going to give you some medicine that come with their own side effects, stuff like that. Or like the food they know is terrible. The stuff that's banned over there, we just eat it freely. I feel like that's not necessarily... I mean, yeah, it should be your choice, but it ain't like you educated on why it's not the best choice. So it's like, I don't know. Blind leading the blind. I don't know how I would feel though if it's like, oh, you can't have this because it's not good for you. Like, but I'm grown. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't know which one is best. I don't know. And then it's like, does the quality of taste go down if I'm eating better? I feel like when I eat the healthier things, I actually like my taste buds seem like they be replenished or something. And then my smell increases. Like, I've been eating healthier, like whole food, subtracting the meat, majority of the meat. And meat kind of got this weird smell to me now. I'm like, what? Meat stink. I'm wearing my food, which is cool because I ain't leaving this house no more. You would think this cucumber is more than what it is. It take me all day to eat this. It was like a big fat long cucumber that I cut up. Do anybody go to church up in the lab? Anybody go to church today? If so, what you learn? Because I'm trying to get a word. I went to church, y'all. In the beginning of the live, I told y'all what the word was about, basically. Y'all, when I say I felt like I was at the club today, I felt like I was at the club. Okay? The church was rocking. I'm surprised they didn't wake up some of them dead people out back. It was thumping, it was jumping. And the choir is made up of my aunts and uncles and a few miscellaneous persons. Y'all, they had the house rocking today, okay? You didn't want to miss it. On fire. The people at the church was rocking. The choir was rocking. Go crazy. I need to go on, because somebody put it on live. It's on like Facebook Live, my church. I need to go in there, like screen record it and post some of it. Because what? It won't even a whole lot of people. It sounded like it was a whole lot of people up in there. Go crazy. We was ready for church today. Okay. It was one song. It was only one song I ain't danced to, and that's because that was a slow song, more like a solo. You know what I mean? They get to singing. My aunts and uncles get to singing. My mama usually sang too, but she been sick. If you pray for my mama. But she was there. She just went on the choir. We was up in there having a time. A ball. A ball. Mm. I feel it. Hey, girl. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Woo! They kind of touched on that at church today for us, too. Like, when you don't have trust in God, that you will have it. Like, how God will send you some change when you need some change. And some healing when you need some healing. Like, in your little bit, you still got to trust God in your whole. But he was saying something about, like, how many people know something about basically calling on God when you in need, but not when you got it. I'm like, that ain't me no more. That ain't me no more. Like, I know what you're talking about, but that ain't me. Huh?
Can I turn on the internet?
What is it? Internet? Who did that?
Oh, me and Laura about to watch the joint, but I got a TV connect my my phone.
The old one. The old one.
Got you.
Here you go. You need this plug. This one that's over here closest to me. Y'all probably said what's going on with the internet. Smoke in the city.
This is the table one, right?
By the deep freezer. And if it ain't, come back and get the right cord. Because the only one I'm plugging up is the one by the deep freezer.
Gotcha.
But yeah, he was like, how many people only pray when you need something? I remember them days. You know what I'm saying? But when I guess it only could be God. Like, some things just be, I don't know. It don't even matter what it is. They sung All of My Help. You know that song, All of My Help, My Help. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Comes from the Lord. Okay, all my help. And don't nothing good happen that ain't from God for me. There's no such thing. It's good that ain't from God, because God is good. Okay, feel me? But church was lit. I'm glad that you tuned in. Some people be acting like if you ain't in the church, like, girl, I don't even want to bring this monkey fool up. But people that don't even watch church at home think about church. No way, shape, or form church. Whether it be bedside Baptist in the church, they always be worried about what the church doing. I don't know what that's about. Like, how can you talk about somebody and you ain't doing none of that thing? God was good. He showed up. When I say he was in the house, oh my goodness. I feel like it was a lot of, like, individual things. You know, when you're going through stuff, once you hit a certain age, you always got something going on anyway. And it keeps you in worship and praise and in need. And that's what it like felt like. It felt like a whole bunch of grown people who know that they need God 24/7, 24/8. That's what it felt like. It felt like I was in the house of some real believers who understand the assignment. Like, praise them in advance, praise them when you're going through, praise them after you then got up out of that. Keep praising them, because once you get over one thing, it be another thing, and another thing, and another thing. And that's why some people fall off track when it comes to praising God, because they think that they're going to live this perfect life on this side. Okay? That's what when Jesus come back, that's when there's going to be no more pain, no more sorrows, and all that wonderful stuff. Right now, we going through it. Troubles is going to come. Okay? And once you hit a certain age, it's like, I don't know. I don't even think it's the age. I think once you hit a certain understanding, the enemy, he start fighting you even harder and harder and harder and harder, and God starts showing up even bigger and bigger and bigger. I think that's what maturing spiritually basically is. You know what I was thinking about that was kind of deep? Exactly. It's important to have your own personal relationship with God because you can't always show up no matter what. You might not have transportation. You might not have the strength. You might not even be well enough. Mentally, you might just not be capable enough of being amongst other people. Like it's not always a season to be in church. Because it's almost like God won't even allow it. Sometimes you go through stuff and you got to go through it. And ain't for everybody to go through it with you. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to show your face in every season, every battle. It's good to go when you can go. But some people, I think, use that as a way to try to knock the church down. And for to mess up people's stride. But it's like, that ain't going to work with me. Because you ain't but to take me. You ain't but to gas my car. You not going to be there yourself. When was the last time you been, or you even watched, or even picked your Bible up, or even prayed? You know, it be them. Like, what is you worried for? They scared you gonna make it in for real. Mm-hmm. Exactly. The church is everywhere we go. Everywhere we go. Girl, the ops be opping. They don't understand that. They think if you don't go, you're not getting in. The Bible ain't say that. It's good to get in. I ain't lying. When I say we was up in that thing, go crazy. I couldn't wait. As soon as I heard that piano start making noise. Jesus. I was so happy because in all I had been through, it had been rough for me to get up in the morning and just get motivated. Because my church is like, I travel an hour, a little over an hour to get to church. And some people like, I would never do that. Well, I do. I do. It's my home church. It's not that I have to go there. I've been to other churches, but that's where I went in. I ended up right back at home where I started at. Uh-huh. It makes sense to me. Every church ain't for you. It was wonderful though. It was good to hear the word and the lesson. Trusting God in our little bit is very important. And trust anyway. He said something about patience being, oh, that was somebody else. That was Dr. Charles Monroe. Miles Monroe. You ever listen to him? He died, but like Dr. Miles Monroe, he's more like a motivational speaker. I mean, he was a pastor, but he was like very educated. So like his intellect was like vast. So he would speak on things to help lift up the body of church, more so like the flesh part, because we flesh and spirit, but you know, we live amongst other people and we have experiences that's not always spiritual, even though they are. You get what I'm saying? It's like day-to-day stuff that go on that we all go through, like in dating and getting to know people, and but he ties it into spiritual understanding for like the natural experience. He ties the natural into the spiritual pretty well. So sometimes it's more like he's motivational speaking. That's what would kind of like differentiate a sermon in that development. Self. Never heard of him? Yeah, Dr. Miles Monroe. You should look into it. I be cutting on in the morning. I cut it on in the morning sometimes just to get ready for my day. Like, it helps me refocus my thoughts. And sometimes I cut the same one on. Like, if the goal is still the same, I'll cut the same one on I already listened to. And sometimes before I go to sleep, I'll cut it on. Spiritual beings, like, everybody got an angel in the church, so. And demons is real. And one time I think I met an angel. When I had my last son, and her name was Teresa, her human self. And I always wanted to go back and see that Teresa even worked there after the fact, but something just always stopped me. But when I had my last son, I had my last two sons by myself. So God, me, and whoever was working at the hospital, right? And when I went in to have my last son, I was scheduled to get induced. And I had pushed all my babies out the canal. No, they sleep. They sleeping. But you know how sometimes we could be asleep and cognitively and we still there? I question whether or not that's a thing. Because the Bible says when people die, they sleep. Like Lazarus was sleep. And then somebody else is described as sleep. So like what you able to do cognitively in your sleep is questionable. Yeah, I think I encountered an angel. Her name was Teresa. And I don't know. I don't know. I went to go have him vaginally, like I had all my other sons. Because like I said, I had my last two sons by myself. Me and whoever was working. And the first time I did that, I was living like hours away from home. And the one person that came to help me with my other kids, that was what it was, and then whatever. So when I went to do it the fourth time, I'm thinking, yeah, everything gonna be fine. But everything wasn't fine. I ended up having to get like an emergency C-section. It was like very emergent. Because he was upside down trying to come out the wrong way. So like his feet was poking out. I'm like, I think I feel something moving. They all like, I got the beefing with the doctor. It was crazy. It was just a strange time. Like I was having a terrible time. I had fired the doctor. I'm like, go ahead and get the doula in here because this before we realized that we had an emergency situation going on. So it was just like, so when they finally realized it was an emergency going on, we had to go through a whole makeup, like a makeup and breakup. And when I finally get back there, this is one of my biggest fears in life. It was probably my top one fear was having a C-section. And so I got like 2 minutes. I got little time. So I'm like, let me call somebody, tell them like, hey, I gotta have surgery. So when I get to the emergency, like when I get to the surgery table, I am shivering and shaking and cold. And that's making me more nervous. And I'm trying to calm down because I know you shouldn't go into any type of surgery scared. And this lady out of nowhere, I remember talking to God. Like I knew I was praying and talking to him, and he knew I was nervous, and this lady like swooped down. And she held my hand, I feel like, for like an hour. Like she stayed right there and held my hand. It was almost like you would have thought she came with me. Um, I didn't see her before that moment. I didn't see her after that moment. Um, I don't think. But anyway, something about her was just so angelic. It was like she knew exactly what I needed her to be, and she was exactly that. Like, and I don't know, because she held my hand. I was woke, you woke. And I don't even remember really what we talked about or what was said or whatever. I just felt at peace. Like, I almost felt like she made everything, I don't know. I don't know. It was like when she came, everything left. My fear, my sadness. I don't know. I just felt like I was in God's hands almost. I don't know how to really explain it, but she was probably the best person that could have been there in that moment. A complete stranger out of no daggone where who knew everything I needed to hear and everything that I needed done. And she literally just like held my hand the whole entire time. Teresa. I never ever ever I was never gonna forget her. I'm never gonna forget her name. And they sold me on up and all was well. And I just felt like that moment empowered me for the journey ahead. Like my whole healing process and just I don't know. I felt way more encouraged. Like, you know what? God is with you. He's always with you. Everybody, we hear it and we believe it, and we don't actualize things in the church. It's hard to go from believing in actualization of something like God is everywhere and picturing him in the room and knowing that he's actually there, which is the best way to walk your life out because you'll behave better, you'll expect more because like, hey, he right here seeing what's going on, so I know he finna show up. You'll try not to fight your battles as much for those who have problem kind of stepping out of God's way when you know he right there, and that kind of helped push me into that trajectory of just knowing like it don't matter where you at or what you got going on, God is gonna swoop down and whatever you need is gonna be right there. And it always has been. Like ever since I had my last son, my life flourished like in a major way because I made a major decision. I chose life at the end of the day. Even when in the circumstances was ugly when I was carrying my last son, the circumstances was everything was just against me. I went through some of my biggest battles, my saddest times, my toughest times. I lost somebody, you know. I went through a tragic death experience. It was just the hardest time of my life when I brought my last son into the world. But God has showed it, okay? Big guy. He always showing up. And it's like the only thing that could get in the way of God showing up tremendously in my life is me. That's the only thing that has ever got in the way. Is me. But I do believe, and it's crazy you ask that, but I know when people die, they sleep. And that thought crossed my mind last night, I want to say. So it's kind of cool that you brought that up because I feel like it came up and it stood out because you was going to say that. But yeah, it say we sleeping. Yeah, always right on time. I bet taught me a lesson. Say, girl, next time you going through some stuff in life, go ahead and if you got a person willing to be there, go ahead and let them go. You know what I'm saying? Because I was just so used to everything being fine. I was so sure, and it wasn't like I was dependent on God, like, ooh, God gonna make it fine per se. It was just the tradition of things always being fine. So like, oh, it's gonna be fine. So I wasn't even going into it wholly relying on like God gonna take care of it. It was more so like it's always taken care of. So having your mindset like that is also God will handle. He's gonna take care of you when you think like that, because it's almost like we confuse ourselves into thinking we rely on God, but really it's just the tradition of things always being fine. That's kind of like before COVID, we was traditionally used to just touching all this stuff and just going on about our business, like hand washing. Of course, we washed our hands, but like we didn't think about every single surface like we think about. Well, I still think about every single surface. It's kind of like traditionally God sustains so many things that he has to kind of break it down so people realize like I'm who's sustaining. I have been the one who, like it was me this whole time. Like that's one thing I think many people who don't believe don't even realize, like God literally set the earth on nothing. Like, and the Bible says that like God hung the earth on nothing. It literally is where it's at, and it just stay there. And that's where he put it at, and he keeps it there. And everything on it, he sustains. So we can breathe air every day. So everything is balanced, so we don't just all croak because it's not balanced. He keeps the water so we can use it to drink instead of it all going bitter. Like, it's just so many little things we don't think about how perfectly placed and set up it is that God made like that. And he sustains that he could take away any single day, any single minute. And the small things that he done showed us, like, hey, hey, what you think about that Delta plane? Because I'm like, that daggone Delta plane. People say, oh, don't fly Delta. But I said, shoot, if I had to fly, I would definitely fly Delta, because God kept the people. What? God kept the people. Okay, how many big planes crash and the people get up off it? Every single one of them. Gotta know that was God. Let me tell you something right now. Let me go get some right now. My God is awesome. Heals me when I'm broken. Strength where I've been weakened. In my eyes, God is preparing the church that want to listen. The church that they got ears to hear. You hear me? Because God's hand was on the plane. They sent them all on fly Delta. For one, Delta said when everybody else was saying forget all of the colored people. Forget all the people that's normally oppressed and looked over based on how they look. God said, no, Delta said, we're going to stand with the people. We're going to do what we say we're going to do. We're not going to fold to the pressure of the world and woo, woo, woo. That's how I feel like it was genuine. I feel like that was a sign of I'm sticking with the people. Like, I don't know who in the back end of Delta, but they said they weren't going to cancel their DEI. Then that plane flipped and God didn't let nobody DIE. Yeah, Big Guy was involved. I'm like, ain't nobody talking about how God landed the plane and everybody got out. Yeah, it was a few injuries, but everybody survived. And I pray they maintain. Okay, so back to the illness. I hope you still here, girl, because...
Hey, Ma.
Hmm?
What do you do with this? Can I have the blue phone back when we're done?
I'm glad you said when I'm done. Shout out to me, the owner.
Hi, guys.
Lil Logan, say hi.
Hi.
So,
Can you drink?
hold on so y'all can see a little bit better. No, I don't be cutting any of the arms on a regular. Juice, yeah. So, did I already tell you about this? Now it's a low. So, if you know what a cheesecloth is, I will buy one of them too. Because when it get low, no, I ain't tell you what it is. Alright, so I'll be on my TikTok. I said I need to get on here and make a video. I'm gonna make a short. I'm about to make another one, so I'm gonna make a short about it. Cause I did say my other platforms I need to get together. Or I might just go steal the video. But the sound is trash. So this is a little like dropper and it's glass. So glass is important. So olive oil and oregano flakes. So 2/3 oil, 1/3 oregano flake. And you put it in a glass. It has to be glass. If you don't have like a mason, you could put it in the cup, but just not no plastic. And keep it in a cool place. I keep one of mine beside the stove, so cool or not, it's getting used and it's working. You let it sit. You see how it kind of separated? Because it's low, it'll start like mixing a little bit. You can actually drink these. My kids don't like having this in theirs. But let me get some out so I can show you. You let it sit. You only got to let it sit for a night. And if you need it rapidly, you can put a little bit of heat to it, but don't fry it. Like, infuse it. You know how people infuse stuff? So, I'm going to take some out so you can see it better. Well, this got flakes in it, too. But anyway, see, you just drink. Take like a tablespoon. So, let it sit at least a night or add a little bit of heat. If you get sick and you need now, excuse my language, you need this stuff now, yeah, you can infuse it. That means you can put it on light heat and then boom, take a tablespoon when it's safe to drink. This get rid of, it shorten the life expectancy of illnesses like COVID, cold, and flu, allergies, and asthma type related stuff. So if you get to sneezing, you know you only sneeze when you getting sick. Because I only sneeze when I'm getting sick. Unless pepper went up my nose. I know that's the first sign of problem. Same for my kids. You get to sneezing, something wrong. I get them a tablespoon of this. And I try to do it every day. Not every single day, but like when they start showing signs or something. 1 or 2 days, one dose got my son together the other day, and I wish I could have had recorded it. They could tell you themselves, but anyway, they know any signs of sickness, we're gonna take a tablespoon of these. And if we feel like our body is really fighting something, because I feel like I got something a little powerful going on in my house, so we've been having to continue to take this. But when we find, we take this as a preventative measure. So this will keep you from getting sick. Okay, so it's not just when I got signs of sickness. If you've been around somebody sick, somebody go, oh, bro, I was just at your house. I just found out I got COVID. Take you this. Okay, for the next 3 days, take a tablespoon. Take you this. You should be straight. Okay, we be straight. I'm just going to say how we use it, we be fine. This is a preventative measure, and this is also a shortener of the sickness, the life sickness. Asthma related, cold related, flu related, COVID related. What it tastes like? It's oregano flakes. So you ever put like oregano in your? I can't really taste nothing. So it tastes more like olive oil. If it's real potent, it has like a strong oregano like flavor. But kind of remind me of spaghetti sauce, like the oregano taste, and then olive oil tastes like olive oil. I don't know about sea moss because this is something I can actually like. I don't know where they sell it at, but for me, this is more. Well, I know it work, but and it's like always at my house. I always got olive oil and I always got oregano, so I need to take some of this actually. But yeah, something up in my house trying to dangle around, getting on my nerves. Okay, as long as you encountering the illness, so somebody is actively sick in my house. So it's not surprising that my body feel like it's trying to catch it because it been trying to catch it, and I ain't been catching it because I've been taking my oil. So yeah, that's why I'm taking it now. Cause my son's in the car coughing on the way to church. I'm like, I would have never took you to church, but I'm glad we went. So that's why I didn't know, because I still needed to go. And he won't up in nobody's face. He was supposed to wear a mask. But anyway, yeah, this is kind of strong. So it has like kind of it got a strong taste to it. I don't know. I just be want to stay well, and I got a weak immune system. If you have kids, the mom in the house got the weakest immune system. So just so everybody know, it ain't the kids with the weakest immune system, it's the mama. Because mama doing everything for everybody. And mama's probably neglecting herself. Mama has the weakest immune system. So mama gotta do what she gotta do. But yeah, that takes care of. So I have one sick, two sick people, basically. And we have everybody else preventing getting sick by taking that oil. Because it's too much. It's a wonderful, like when I made a video on TikTok. I was surprised the response that I got because so many people was under my post saying like, I'm so proud to see somebody talk about this, or like I just made some. Some people let theirs sit for like 30 days, 60 days, 2 weeks before they use it. Like they want that stuff strong. I say, you trying to cure cancer. Honestly, they say that it's a cancer prevention, which I believe it. I believe it. I mean, the way that it just keep us doing good, I ain't never in my life experienced something like, honestly, you know how they be like, anointed. I just feel like the stuff that God put on earth naturally, the stuff that's not tampered with, and mind you, they had to press this and all that, but we could go and get this stuff if we needed to, straight from the source, and go whoop dee doo. Stuff like that, more natural. God has already blessed us with everything we need on this earth in order to be well. So, 10 out of 10, recommend keeping the oil at your house, using the oil, taking the oil serious. Because it literally could save a life. We got people out here croaking from the flu. It's like, y'all, get the oil, take the oil, make the oil. Yeah, I just started doing TikTok, but it's only I don't know. I'm trying to learn. Basically, I'm trying to learn it, and it's almost impossible for me to learn it because I don't like focusing a lot of energy onto multiple social medias. I've always had a one social media at a time, so I'll be on my Instagram only back in the day. That's why I used to do a lot of my. I'm nowhere nothing like the person that I used to Instagram. That's when I first started believing and was trying to figure out stuff. And then YouTube was pretty much when I started solidifying and getting it together and making it all make sense. And TikTok is just like the scraps of, I don't know. I don't know. And Facebook is just the originator of the social media, so it's the go. It's the I got it because everybody got it. I don't know. I use my YouTube more so far as like going live, posting like videos. I don't be doing none of that on my Facebook at all. I don't be going live. Matter of fact, I have in the past because I went through some stuff and I had to update my family. That's where you update your kin folks about you doing good. The storm didn't wipe us out. That type stuff. You know what I'm saying? More intimate type of conversations go on there, but YouTube is where I come and be here, like talking about things that I really care about. That's the same way I felt. That's the same way I feel. What do you do? Like, what do you do all the time? You cook all the time. You party all the time. You mother all the time. You work all the time. What do you do all the time? You talk all the time? Because if you talk all the time, yeah, girl, you can talk about whatever you interested in. Some people is really interested in TV. Like I see this one chick that I used to be like me and her both had the same amount of followers. She got about 14K right now. She didn't take breaks like I did. And she got into like she into TV. So she started doing like commentary on shows. Like I don't know if you could watch shows early or whatever, but she was maintaining like a social media presence based off different little shows and movies, like doing reviews and stuff like that. But I'm not like a TV or show watcher, but I found that to be neat because I was like, dang, that's kind of cool. She was already interested in these things and she made that work for her. So finding out, see, I'm interested. I do a lot of different little stuff. That's probably why my page it hasn't taken all. I don't dance neither. They want you to be on here. If you're not cooking or dancing, they don't show you as much love on YouTube. They want you to work. They want you on here shaking, dancing, two-stepping, TikToking. I do not want to learn no 8 count. I almost feel like I have two left feet, two left hands. I got rhythm, don't get me wrong, but it's not the 8 count type of rhythm. You feel me? Step 1, 2, 3, 4 type dance. I ain't that. I'm not line dancer. um, I got this page 2019, and I did not take it serious at all. I just started being more faithful. And I was like going strong, like going really strong the end of last year. Let me cut this sound right off. See, I'm old school. That's my ringtone. People like, you got a ringtone? Definitely. I don't. I'm gonna get tired of that. But you said, what was I gonna say? 2019. I didn't even make this. My son made it. He's like, Mama, I think you be dope. See, he knows me. I haven't been able to capture me outside of sitting down and kind of talking to my YouTube. I'm actually a really funny person. I'm very random. I'm a very random person. So like my real life outside of that's what he meant. Like, yeah, people would really I'm just a big bubble of a lot of things throughout the day. And real funny, I'm a really funny person. They're like, hey, you should do YouTube. You should do YouTube. And he was so adamant about it for a long time that he actually made this page for me. And I ended up taking and making a few videos and changing like the password and like securing stuff like that in the email he made for me. Because he made the email, made the YouTube account. He was like, what kind of name? And he helped me like make that background that you see. That used to be my YouTube name, Pearlism. Cause I was trying to disassociate my real name, like, nobody find me on here that I know that know me and stuff like that. I don't even know if people that I know follow me. Like, I know I got a 1 or 2 friends, no 1 or 2 family members that follow me, but I don't even think they be watching. That's why I could talk about them if I need. You say YouTube? Yeah, I can talk about them on here. I can talk about my coworkers. I don't care about talking about my coworkers, baby. I do not care about talking about my coworkers. Don't do nothing to get talked about. I promise you that not. Cause don't. But I ain't got nothing bad to say about it like that. But sometimes I use them as a point of reference if I need to. But yeah, my son was like, yeah, whoop whoop whoop, and so I just didn't have. I tried, and I was like, they want cooking videos. Like I started posting more stuff. And I'm like, they want to see food. Them food videos will go crazy. And then random impromptu, like the randomest videos. Like my most watched video is the strangest thing. Like it's like 23K, and even to this day, it gets like 100 views a day. My son eating cornstarch and me saying this why you beat your kids, literally. And my youngest son like talking. It's just the most like I used to just cut the camera on and post stuff that I would record without no, and I really miss that about life. But my sons that got older and they kind of like more to themselves, and but I miss just like the random moments of life. Like I don't want to edit, I don't want to cut, because that's not the most realistic moment. And I feel like my real moments is the moments that go far in views. Like, but how to capture them, I ain't figured out how to capture them. I have not. When it comes to the trolls, they actually help me. They help me a lot in the sense of self control, because you know self control is the fruit of the spirit. So I entertain them to a degree sometimes. Like if they don't get God involved in their mess, I can pretty much, carry on. I do a little sometime, and I'll be like, Sheri, you doing too much with that. But being the bigger person do feed your spirit. Like, okay, yeah. The more you experience the troll, the better you are at experiencing the troll. So it's like a thing that you got to go through. Cause I remember one time I was on here beefing, and I wasn't even beefing, but it was a beef, cause they wanted T-bone steak over me saying that I would never, that I don't. Basically, I said women shouldn't settle down, um, just because they got with somebody who they thought was somebody that ended up not being that somebody, just because y'all got a kid together. Like, you shouldn't stay in that relationship. And baby, somebody that called themselves believing too was like, how could you ever say not to be get married because God marriage? I'm just like, don't marry the wrong person. That was my stance on it. And like, he was coming back and forth, going on different videos and whoop diddy whooped. And I like, after that moment that I had with him, I almost felt like I ain't coming back on here, because see, I want to slap fire. I want to, like, I don't want to represent God in the best form, even though this is a godly matter. It was so frustrating for me, but at that moment actually helped me in the best. And the videos was kind of going crazy. Um, but it helped me grow in my troll management skills, because it's like, I know, and God is my witness, and He know what I mean, and He know what I'm saying, and it's not contradictory to God's word at all. Now, but sometimes people will try to make it seem like you're trying to do something. Like, people could twist up your actions, people could twist up your words, and they can make it seem like you stating something that you ain't never ever said. Like, I'm still gun ho, get married before you have kids and da 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 da. But we all living in the world, and we see the world, and we experiencing the world firsthand, and we know that don't always happen. So when it don't happen is what I was saying. Don't force something on yourself based on looking right, and allow it to actually be right. Like, step back, don't make them same mistakes, do better, like live by the word. Like, we all hiccup, and sometimes hiccup again and be hiccuping. But yeah, that troll taught me a lot, and it was good that it was a spiritual debate, because that's when you in the thick of things, when you like debating on faith related things, and them church people they gonna try you, they gonna test you, and you really don't, you can't lay somebody out. For one, you want to represent God the best that you can. So I don't know, that's the best way to be tested, for real. In that spiritual debate, especially when you know you dealing with somebody who got a one track mind, and their only sole purpose is to try to prove you wrong about something, without even paying attention to what the heck you talk about, girl. Trolls are gonna help you in your journey if you want to do your But as soon as you claim that you love the Lord, if you ever put that out there about yourself, you ever speak it, just know like they coming. They gonna find you. They gonna seek you out. People that don't believe, but want to use that as a tactic to try to attack you. Them fake believers, them false, prophets, them false people. They gonna try to come find you. Some people who do believe, but they just doers, not even doers. You know how some people think you justified by the works that you do? Instead of like grace, like the only reason why you can get saved is by grace alone. But we do have to work and walk out our faith. You know what I'm saying? But then ones who think everything is do perfect, do no wrong, do no harm. Like I had somebody come judge me because I got kids and I'm not married and I'm a believer. Well, before I was saved, I was out here busting it wide. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not busting it wide now, but like there was a time where, and I'm not ashamed of like my past and stuff like that. Clearly, I got kids. I'm not married, so I was doing something. So we're supposed to get on here and act like I have to be truthful because there's people that's gonna walk out a life and make similar mistakes as me, and I feel like my witness. I'm a witness to the people who have similarities in they past or they present. You know what I'm saying? Like people who don't know nothing about the life that I live couldn't help the people that's gonna go through something like I already went through. Like I'm here for them. I'm not here for the perfect man. Like God ain't coming here to save people that already feel like they got it. He coming for the people that's lost. Like you know what I'm saying? Jesus came to find the lost. That's what the Bible says. And like let people that was lost that have been found that's now being used for God's goodness. Like let them do. You going girl? They gonna if you say anything about Jesus, just be careful. That's why some people I feel like they believe on here, they don't profess it because they don't want the backlash. They don't want the expectation. They don't want that people gonna expect that perfect person. But like you gotta grow so much in your faith that you realize I'm never gonna be that because that's Jesus. Like I can't take his place. Like I'm gonna fall short. So if you hear the nitpick about how I didn't get it right, now some people is just too far left. Phew. Like they not even in the realm of trying to respect God in their body and their demeanor and with the you know what I'm saying with their speech and stuff like that. And that's they walk. But I try my best. Like I try not to say bad words. I try not to say bad words, and I don't feel good about saying bad words. But like I'm not perfect, and I don't allow other people's thoughts and opinions and comments like dictate how I see myself. So you can't let them do that either. But get on here and try it out if you want to. Just know, never let it stop you. Okay? Because after I went through my first little moment with the troll, I got off social media for a while. Like it threw me so far left because I questioned whether or not I was honoring God in the things that I said. Even though I did. Even though I knew what I was saying was truthful. I'm like, could it have been a way I could have said it better? The answer was no.
Hi.
The answer was no.
Hi.
But
Hey, Ma.
every encouraging word is not for everybody, and
Hey,
everybody's not gonna be able to receive it. What's up, boy?
What are you doing?
Using my phone. Y'all hear this phone that I be on? Because there's something wrong with the sound on my other phone. Sometimes I'm about to upgrade that. I didn't want to, but he loved this phone. I be letting him. He kind of like own my other phone, and so when I be on it, he think he got me on time. Not having. Bucky, what you doing? I like your shirt.
Thanks.
You're welcome. I like this color. I don't know what this color is called. This is like the Eagles color, sort of, kinda. A little bit more green. I think they wear this color too. It's funny how them football people be claiming more than one color. Like they be having 5 shades of a color. Like which one is it? Y'all owning them all? Yeah, you gotta just know what you know. Like you gotta just whatever. Like that's why now I tussle with the people. Back then it was kind of like I said, I got off social media for a while, but now it's like, oh, it still looks wonderful. Okay, so it's Minecraft shirt. Now I will tussle a little bit. But that's because I done just grew. Like, I done had this page since
Hey, Mama.
2019 on and off. I've been here, and it's just like, if you gonna take it serious, no.
Okay.
If you gonna take it serious, take it serious now. You know, ain't no better time than the present. And when I look back over, like, when I started back taking my YouTube serious, I made it to my 500 subscribers and my 1,000 for watch hour since I had my whole platform, but not collectively, which you have to do it collectively in a 365-day period, 3,000 hours. So it was like, dang, girl, I would have never guessed I had that much watch time from before I started taking my page serious. Like, it was only very few hours from when I started being consistent. Like, you did a whole 1,000 hours before this moment and you never even realized. Like, your hard work was paying off, but my consistency was basically undermining everything. And it was just me being me. That's all I like coming on here and doing, for real. Like, I ain't got nothing else for these people. I'm not coming on here and shaking no booty cheeks. It's enough booty cheeks flying around the internet. You don't need mine. You ain't getting mine. Booty cheek flying days, that's behind me. Those days are gone. I do like to have fun. I do dance. But I'm not getting on here and performing. Because I'm not in the theater. I'm not in the performing arts. I'm not the one for that. But if you do things like that, if you do TikTok dances, if you do 8 counts, um, everybody's niche is different, and mine's is just Jesus. I just feel like the only thing I'm gonna be consistent about is by that word, by Jesus, and by who I am. That's all that I can. I ain't got nothing else for them. This is it. Do I watch sports? I watched the Super Bowl, and I think basketball pretty cool. I used to couldn't see the ball when I was young. I probably needed glasses since I was born. I used to be like, how can y'all see the football? Like, it's right there. I never could find the ball. Now I can find the ball. So, like, I will watch football. I actually like it. I said, you say he gotta deliver you. So when you say deliver to you, like, do you know that you have to find the woman? Like, how, I was wondering how men look at that. Like, when it comes to a man who find a wife, find a good thing, do you feel like just in your being and living and existing, that she'll cross your paths? Or do you feel like you need to kind of have your eyes a little wide open? You know, are you thinking you'll get to know her passively? Like, of course people have to be your friend first, but I always wonder from like a male perspective, how does that in y'all mind kind of play out when, you know, a man who find a wife? So do y'all try to put yourself in places you think she gonna be, or is that like pushing me? Are you just keeping your eyes and your ears open for what you feel like is a answered prayer in a woman? Team Steelers. I like the Steelers. In Virginia, where I'm at, we were supposed to get 20 inches, and then we had like a real windy day, like 2 days before the snow was supposed to come. A day or pushed the snow down, like toward south, like more like I'm in Northern Virginia. It pushed the snow like Virginia Beach, like off, like that, literally. So from where I'm at, the snow went. Did that? I think it just went like this. Actually, it just went down. Cause this over here is heading over there with Tennessee, Kentucky. No, literally, and they got a lot of snow. How much I don't know, but I remember like an hour, like a 2 hour drive from here. They had like 8 inches, and it just increased the further that you went down. Yeah, I'm interested in another question about the whole with the male perspective on the wife thing. Like, is y'all out here listening? Is y'all watching? Y'all not using your eyes, are you? Or is that like the first thing? Like, I'll be wondering because not most, because I work at my job and I work amongst a lot of people that was raised so many different cultures and ways that I'm used to. Like in the black community, I'll be used to people seeing what they see and do because that's how they be going. But now I'm amongst people who seem like they actually try to find compatibility outside of what meets the eye. Like they want something to meet the eye, but that's not the key determining factor on I want to get to know you. Virginia Beach had 10 inches. You in Virginia Beach. Brian. Shout out to Brian. How you know what Virginia Beach had? Yeah, that's what I thought you wanted to know because you had the eyes. I'm like, yeah, how do men, like, what are men? Because women, really, the key to being single is maintaining, you know what I'm saying? Working on yourself, uh, being 100% content with self to me. Because two people, it ain't no half and half. I don't really believe in that. Yo, other half. I feel like it has to be two whole people. Like, and it's interesting. You can think you are content with being with yourself, and then you might become friends with somebody and realize, like, ooh, hold on a minute. Like, am I content with me, or am I just over here? It's kind of cool though. Like, don't be so single, y'all, that y'all don't never mingle. And it's like, don't force it, but it's innocence in going out to eat with somebody. It's innocence in going to see a movie with somebody and separating. You know what I'm saying? Like the things that you do outside the house, going to meet up for coffee at a coffee shop, like getting to know people. I think the world kind of lost that a lot, but I'm very grateful to experience those type of situations sometime. And it's not like a expectancy. It might be for somebody, but it ain't for me. Like going into things not expecting nothing, like two humans. I think that's the most natural way to get to know somebody. Like, I need to know something about you before I know do I even like you. Like, you know what I'm saying? How do I know I like you? Just because, like, you haven't got on my nerve to the point where I would say no to going out with you. Like, it's still more to it. Like, taking me out to eat and hanging out is necessary for me to even feel like I know you enough to say yeah to any other thing. More time spent. Like, it's got to start with a little bit for me. Virginia. Virginia to me is just such an odd place. To me, it's like the most confusing place. I don't know. It's just weird. I feel like Virginia is full of confusion. Did you feel like that? Like nothing ever is. I don't know how to describe it. I just feel like, hmm, I don't know. I just feel like it's a confusing place. Very. The man didn't come back and say nothing. He didn't answer the question. Hope shed me. Where's the male perspective when you want one? Hey, Kimmy, how you doing? You said it's just different. It is something about here. Like I lived in Charlotte for a little while. I lived in Florida. I don't know. I lived in West Virginia. Something about Virginia is just like, I don't know. It says for lovers. For one, maybe that's it. It's the contradictory for the manifestation of the representation of, yeah, the Virginians for lover thing is so far left. I mean, I'm from here and I have a lot of love, but this is a crab in the bucket type of place. Maybe everywhere is. I don't know. They just need to take the slogan off. I think everything will be fine. It's the shadow of deception, the shadow of death that they cast over. Sad. Yeah. Virginians for lovers. And then everything seemed like nothing near it. Just stop it. Just stop lying to us. Y'all by the grill? Ooh! Yes, yes, yes. Kimmy, where is you at again? Where are you located? I cooked on the grill for that Super Bowl, and yeah, very delicious. I would like some grilled like vegetables, like some zucchini. You know how when you go to like hibachi, I would love to have like some of that stuff, like grilled with a little bit of flavor on there. What's that flavor they be using? That's the question. Yeah, I want to be able to do it myself, but I don't know what they put on there. It's like Why do the soy sauce from the restaurant never taste like the one that you buy at the store? Why does the sriracha never taste like the one that you get from the restaurant? Why does the spicy mayo don't taste like the one that you get? What's up with it? I need to go to Restaurant Depot. Y'all ever heard of Restaurant Depot? Because that's where the restaurant people going to go get this food from. I'm going to give me an LLC. Sheri Pearl YouTube LLC. Because I need to go to Restaurant Depot. Y'all gonna grill chicken? Ooh, that sounds good. What part of the chicken? If I was gonna grill chicken, I'd do a chicken leg. I grilled the whole chicken before, y'all. A whole bird on the grill. I took the bone out and spread eagle. I know they call it something else, but I grilled the whole bird. And when I say it was busting, whew, the first time I did it, God was definitely walking it with me. I was trusting him. The second time I thought, oh, I got this in the bag. I should have had took God with me. Because it was me, the second one. But the first one, 100%. I'll say, ooh, I'm a grill master. Yeah, the imitation. Yeah, exactly. They give us the thought it was. I don't want grade C. I want the grade A. I want the grade A stuff that y'all is giving out at this restaurant that's making us want to come back. Because if we had access to them flavors at home, we would come back. That's why you got to go to Restaurant Depot. Every weekend, ooh, I remember I used to grill all the time. I remember them days. I miss them days. My kids be hot dog, hamburger, sausage, chicken out. When I started grilling, because I get the grilling and I get the not stopping on the grill. Corn. Yeah, I thought it was raining outside. There's somebody in the shower over here. I was about to say, what the world? I didn't know they was calling for rain. Jimmy said my house. Oh, okay. Chicken is busting. The male perspective left the building, and is there any men in here that believe in our single and are still hoping to be married one day? Is there anybody that's willing to chime in? I want to plug up my little karaoke. Get it together. I want to know, men. Raining all day yesterday. We had some real rainy days like last week. I think last Sunday it was raining so hard I didn't even make it to church. The men came in. I asked a serious question and left. They left. Hope Shad, maybe he's still here. Maybe he's busy. Maybe his hands are tied. Cause I was like, I want to know. And you know what? It's actually why is the most mature spiritually man that I know? Like, when I say I know, like, I communicate with this person on a regular basis because we work together. And, like, in my life, the totality of closeness, he's the closest man in spiritual development that I know is walking out a purified life. And why is he 23? And I be getting, like, he be spitting knowledge at 23. He's a example of why you should raise your kids up in the word and why you should be stern and stuff like that. Because I'd be shocked. I'm amazed that he's still a virgin, for one. So shout out to him. And he holds that at a sacred place. And he also understands, like, the pros and the cons to just raising up your kids that way. But he does know, like, that was the best way for me to be. And I'll be able to ask him stuff. So I'm going to have to ask him, like, I don't know. I'm going to have to ask him. Because he has the answers. And he'd be willing to kind of, like, communicate and talk. But for him to be 23, I'm in awe. You know how you walk out your life? I'm in my 30s now. And you so used to meeting the same kind of men. And you kind of get this worldview. And you have a broad, so you think, worldview. And, like, God can put you in front of people that were raised so differently from you, huh?
I'm trying to hit me with a stick.
Tell him I said stop. He can put you, like, I think praying and asking God to show you his people in the world and to show you more from the world is very important, because once I started getting God involved in just wanting this, like, God, am I the only one here? You know, started feeling like that and started asking, like, he put me in front of some believers that had a different upbringing, and it opened up my eyes to the reality that there are people out here who are saving themselves and looking for a godly woman, um, that have the same beliefs that align. Like, they just know the A's and B's to get to that final destination where they want to be, which is in a spiritual relationship where they can actually be one and equally yoked with somebody. Like, those folks exist. They exist. Like I said, he's 23, so he's way too young for me. But just meeting him and knowing him is a breath of fresh air. He doesn't even realize it, but like, you don't meet grown men, 30s, that believe in Jesus, that's walking out their faith, that's seeking out a godly woman for real. Now, you see men that say that, and then you see them make decisions that don't align with what they say they believe. So, to walk it like you talk it is something that you rarely ever see. But this young man, he made me realize that the same way he exists, other people exist that's walking out their faith. It is all about, to me, the scripture that said those who wait on the Lord will renew their strength. I feel like everybody who's waiting on the Lord is just becoming stronger and more capable of making the right decisions when the time comes, and being able to know yes from no. You know, like, time is key. But asking God to show you and reveal like his people to you is very important, because if you don't see them on the day to day and you don't have real life experiences with them, then you missing a big part of, like, to me, your blessing in life, because godly people are here too. It's not just the people that get on your nerve that you know ain't got God. Cause we fighting, you know, the battle is always battling. But on the flip side of things, there are people that you can fellowship with and communicate with that will feed your soul and open your eyes and help restore your belief and stuff like that on a day to day. Okay, he crossed my path at an interesting time because he's new to my job. And I was kind of like wrestling with the whole, I'm the only one in my little area, not that believes, but that believes and can communicate that. And I make sure I communicate it when I need. It's not like I try to force it down other people's throat. But when it's a conversation being had about my belief and why, then yeah, you know, I have to speak up and things like that. But sometimes just the backlash that I would get in my little department, it kind of felt like, dang, you know, like nobody, I'm just the only, you know, you start feeling like, where the rest of the folks at? You know, it ain't a whole lot of folks. Cause narrow, okay, is the gate, broad is the path, narrow is the gate. You know, it's not gonna be as many as there will be that's not, sadly. Because the broad way is the easier way. Most people gonna take the broad way to get there. You know what I'm saying? They want it quick, they want it fast, boom. So it makes sense, but at the same time, it's refreshing when God puts godly people on your path. Like, hey, we out here, we out here, you know, and I understand where you're coming from. So it's so wonderful to just, oof. He don't realize he's a breath of fresh air. He gonna make some woman happy one day, that's for sure. Yeah, the hibachi secret, we need to figure it out. And if we figure it out, will we still want to eat there? That's what I be wondering. Like, do we not know because we wouldn't want to eat it? They said it's a special sauce, Brian. It's a special sauce. It's a special sauce. I don't know. It's a breath of fresh air. I hope and I pray like that my children, my sons grow up and be holy. I pray that they take their time and they don't make a whole lot of big decisions on momentary emotions and stuff like that. I pray that they lead their emotions don't lead them. It's just stuff for them that I want, like, that was different. I want different for them than what I experienced in my life. but they got more knowledge than I had, and knowledge is definitely power. So the men, hey, I'm gonna ask the question, uh, Miss Baby Doll, and I'm gonna have to get back to you. Like, how does well, he's so young. It's like I still want to ask. I still want to ask. I still want to ask somebody, but I don't know. If I meet a man in his 30s, I'm gonna ask God that it be so. Like, show me, show me somebody you done restored and renewed, Lord, that's walking righteous in their 30s that could teach me something. I always like when I can meet a male that can teach me something. Like, you can teach me something. Hey, hallelujah. God is definitely walking with you. Yeah, show us something, Lord. Show us something we ain't never seen before. Girl, I don't know if you was on here when I told the story, but like, when they say be specific in your prayers, when I had my surgery back a few months ago, 2 months ago, be specific in them prayers, Lord. Amen. But I was in the shower before I went, and I was spraying my hair with Lottie Body, and I was like, God, this smells so good. And I'm talking to him. And I'm like, this smells so good. I want them people at the hospital for to think it smells so good that they ask me what is it. And I was like, you know what? That sounds crazy. I said that sounds like I'm ego tripping or something like that. And I was like, my bad. And I like bust out laughing. And I just finished getting ready to go to, have my surgery. And I was weak, but I meant what I said. Do you not know that exact thing happened? The lady asked me, "You smell so good." It's right before I fell asleep. When they had gave me that fall asleep, whatever, so they can do whatever they be doing. And she's like, "You smell so good. What is that?" And like I didn't even realize that this was a prayer answered until I woke up and was home and went to go to the bathroom and was like looking at the spray, and I was like, "Oh my God!" So like, be so specific in your prayers that even you think is silly, because God is he's that intentional. Okay, he's that intentional. He's that intentional, and it like blew my mind. That out of all that I went through, that blew my mind. Like, if he wanted me to know, like, I need you to be this specific, and I can do it just like that if I want to. So, girl, I'm gonna be coming back. I'm Miss Baby Doll. I seen him. I seen him. He found me. I don't know. I feel like if he show up, he might be for me. I don't know. Where you at? Where you at? I work at a place where it's like 400 people that work there. And I mean 400, not like 400 in cubicles on different floors. I mean one floor, 400 people. And people come and go. Different statures, different level, different job, different amount of experience. Many people at my job work there for many years. And then, like I said, people come and go. Whether they transfer, they new hires, they whatever. And it's interesting because it's almost like being in high school all over again. But sometimes I be thinking like I'm gonna find my husband somewhere strolling around this place. Not that he gonna be a worker, might be a shopper, but I do be feeling like that, like, cause I be like, God, what the business is like? What am I here for? To me, I don't look at work like, ooh, just to make money. Like, it's a purpose bigger than just come get some money up in here. And I be thinking like I'm gonna meet my husband at my job, y'all. So I'm telling y'all this. I told one of my good friends this. She's like, no, you don't need to meet nobody here. I'm like, girl, where else am I gonna meet him? Where else is he gonna be? Okay, just Miss Baby Doll. If I come back and I tell y'all that met him at this job, girl. Okay, they talking about the Sierra prayer. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Somebody said we got every time we need to manifest over our life. Every dollar that I spend or that circulates through my hands or that I have, it will be multiplied unto me. tenfold, but I've been saying 100-fold. Cause what? 10 sound decent. That's something that I'm manifesting over my life. Cause I like the way that sound, and it help you live in your abundance. Like, you know what? Cause we gotta spend the money no matter how you look at it. But let me pray and manifest that it's coming back. Time 100. Okay. Cause the way the taxes is not coming. And when they do come, all that stuff waiting on it. My Lord. I don't know, baby. My husband sound like, please. Please. I'm getting to the point where somebody was like, you don't need more money. You just need a husband. If that didn't touch my soul, I was on live the other day. I think it was the one you weren't on. It's like, you don't need no more money. You just need a husband. Baby. I don't know why I felt like that was for me. That was for me. I don't need no more money. Okay. Lord. I know how specific you can be. You know what? I don't know. When it comes to that, it just be like, I want to see some things I never seen before. Then I'll be scared too at the same time. So I got to do better with that, because I'll be kind of contradicting myself. I'm like, ooh, then I'll be like, get you thinking like, you know how you done cared so much in your life, you don't know if you want to care no more? Like, they going to have to make me want to care. Because I don't want to care so bad. Like, one thing about me, I don't want to care so bad. Go ahead and do one or two things that I know gonna tick me. I don't want to care so bad. I want a reason so bad not to care no more. It's crazy. Do you know what I mean? That's crazy, ain't it? But I'll be looking. Give me a reason not to care, baby, and go on and let me decide that I don't. You know, you ain't gotta worry about it. You ain't gotta worry about me. You know what? Why you ask me that? Let me just tell you that. With my right hand itch, I get money. I don't believe in a lot of stuff unless I see it to be true. But with my right hand itch, I do be getting money. I don't know what it's about. I done had conversation with God about it. Like, God, like, what is this about? Now, all that other stuff I don't know nothing about. I don't even put it in my head. That's the only thing I really ever knew. Like, for real, was like, you know how some people like, the eye, the only thing I want to say is the left bill, the right money. I don't know. When I be getting money, so I don't know. Like, the next time, I'm going to see. Because I be like, if I'm getting the money, how can I explain this, you know? I do be getting money. And I don't understand. No. I be on my TikTok tripping. I'm gonna show y'all what I mean. Let me see. Now I posted a video, the one of me singing on my karaoke machine. Now this is kind of cute though. Y'all, I'm a gardener now. Let me turn this down. I don't want to get in trouble. Like, look at me. I'm looking like, oh well. I grew a potato. Did I tell, was you on the live the other day? I grew a potato. Do y'all know how hard we labored for this one potato? And I do believe that's the only one that we grew. I think that's the only thing in the last 5 months, I think that's the only thing we successfully grew, and that was enough. I only needed one thing, and that's what I told God. I was specific. I only need one thing to grow, like, successfully out of this batch that I had for me to be okay. And next thing you know, a few days after I said that, it was one potato. And I dug up in that dirt before. I ain't find nothing. That's when I was like, I just need one thing to grow successfully right now, so I can know I'm not doing this in vain. One potato. And then I dug up in the dirt again after that. I don't see nothing else in that dirt. I think I literally only grew a potato. One. And they say potatoes grow a lot. Like, it's supposed to be a whole bunch. But you know what? The soil was dehydrated. Like, I'm learning how to grow stuff. So I can't even be upset about what has died and what didn't. I was trying to grow collard greens. Like some stuff just didn't make it. I just wanted to be successful in this one thing so I could feel like you capable. And I promise you, I think it was only one potato. Exactly. I want more. So that really, I needed that. It was wonderful. Like I said, the oregano oil, I post on my TikTok about it. It's a post. They said people be asking me how I stud. Probably because of how I talk. Who knows? How I be dressed. I don't know. I don't be trying to be sexy for real. If I get on here and try to be sexy, I'll have plenty followers. That's another thing. If you ain't backing it up, twerking something, doing an 8 count, or cooking, or coming on here prim and prepped up, then you gotta work. You know what I'm saying? Like if you come on here looking, then you get a little bit more traction because people like what meets the eye. You know, the lust of the flesh and all that. Yeah, that's what they be love of money. Hold on, what is it? Pride of life, lust of the flesh, lust of the eyes. Is that what it is? You know what I'm talking about? Them three things. If it feeds into that, then yeah, here come the people. Cause most people is looking for something that's gonna appease to some type of sinful nature that they got up in them. This was funny to me. Hold on, let me see. My son ain't playing with nobody. No, they said I was a stud. They said I look like a stud.
Alright, they can pay.
You heard that?
They're gonna pay. They're gonna pay. They're gonna pay.
He talking about they gonna pay like he finna do something to them. Girl, look at my baby's locks. People don't know. Like I go crazy when it comes to the hairdos. I really know how to do hair. Wait till they look at that part. What? And I made that foundation on his head myself. Go crazy. Them is parts from my hands. Ooh-wee. I actually like doing hair, but I don't. My TikTok name is the same. It's my YouTube. It's just my name and then it's a period and then it's. Do everybody got a period? Maybe not. Maybe that's the at. So it's just Sheri Pearl, like this thing. If it's a question of my heart, you got it. People on there are way more like communicative. I want to say like underneath for posts. Well, on here on your lives, for me, my lives, people communicate. I ain't never went live on TikTok. I'm kind of scared because I don't know what that. I don't know what all them signs and symbols and I don't know what all that stuff is. Like I'm a, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna have my niece, she younger, like show me like what does all this mean on somebody else's live. Cause I don't want the first time I go live, I don't know what's happening, and I'm also on there looking confused. I'm gonna be confused anyway, but like I ain't never. I like music, so I really want to be able to go live on my TikTok for the simple fact the music. I need a little vibe. I'm a vibe. I want a little music. Yes, and I'm going through a situation with my son where I'm trying to figure out what happened to his hair. Where I can't even. Hey, too. I can't even figure out. I can't overthink it. Like something going on his lock. It just seems like it's not a natural. No, nope. It's not like a natural occurrence for to be such a short period of time. No, if your hair gonna break, it's gonna break gradually. It's gonna be signs. It was no signs of something wrong with his hair. To locks is basically falling off his head. And I'm kind of concerned. He going to go get his some blood work done anyway. So oh no. I'm like, I guess people, she's so dramatic, but it just looked like somebody took some scissors and started. You know how you cut something, but you don't cut it all the way off. That's what it looked like to me. Like that's what it looked like to me. So if you look at that video, that's what I'm looking at. I'm like, and then the whole head is like that. The whole head is holding on by a thread from perfectly fine, intact, no signs of breakage, locks. So the counter opposite from one hairstyle to on your way to get the next is just kind of crazy. Like you would think, well, that may be overtime. No, it was no overtime. It was a blink of an eye. Like your last hairdo, no signs of nothing. To I'm trying to do your hair now, and it's like, but I saw like I was looking at him. I'm like, something going on with his head, and cause I see like little loose pieces. He's so much taller than me, but yeah, girl. So I really think I'm going to let his hair grow out because it's bad. It's like that video does not justify. And it was I started crying. Like I had to get myself together. Like he didn't see me cry, but like I'm the only person to do their hair like since the beginning. The only one touching up in their head, basically, mainly, only me. So like I've been nursing his hair, and just to kind of see it going through what it's going through is like crazy. So I'm gonna try to reattach him. I ain't never ever ever did that from cutting it all the way off, but this gonna be my first experience. I'm gonna try with his hair. I'm like another skill guy. Like, is this for me to become more skilled? Because I did say I wanted to learn how to do that, but it's a lot riding on it. Like, let me show you what his hair look like. I think I got a picture in his phone. Yeah. Like, all of them got hair. This is my son that I'm talking about with the hair. He's 13. I only use castor oil, like the organic castor oil. I don't buy jojoba, because that stuff too expensive. Organic castor oil. You 7 months in, okay, girl. Yeah, everybody got locks. That's my 13-year-old. The one that you seen with them crispy parts, that's my son. That's Logan that y'all be seeing. And I taught myself everything about how to do locks. My niece started my foundation for me because I was like, I don't feel like stressing about my pots. But I started his foundation. I started my oldest son foundation. I started my youngest son foundation. My son with the hair now. Um, I fixed his foundation. Somebody else had. I think he got his hair done and his hair locked up, or something happened. And so I didn't necessarily start his foundation. I had fixed it years ago because he's had his hair for 4 years now. This March is gonna be year 4 for him for his hair. So I think the goal is, because his hair does lock up pretty decent, the goal is to let it grow out to like 1.5 inches, and then we gonna cut him off. And then mama gonna see do she got it in her, because I didn't had everything else somewhere up in there that I ain't know it was at till I had to pull it out and see. But his hair is so long, it's like he cool with starting over, but he don't want to start from like how short. His hair is like some places, so he don't want to go from that short, which I wouldn't want to either. So I think what we gonna do, if we can attach him for a little while, after we just leave it be, we gonna just cut him off, like let the weight of him help his hair grow some, and then we gonna cut the ends off so he basically have like a fresh start possibly. And then I could say that the foundation is from scratch from my hands, because I'm a perfectionist, honestly. I am a perfectionist. My mama was eating up these glasses today. Oh my, let me show you. Because she was at the church, like, who she think she is? I kept looking at the glasses like, not doing her big one Tuesday. Yeah, keep my mom in y'all prayers. She got her own health concerns going on. My little dress for church, I got it on now, but like, who's that leg right there? What's going on with this? And it was ashy. Oh, yeah, just organic castor oil is the only oil, and I use that for multiple things. Like the olive oil and the oregano oil is like, you gotta have organic castor oil, because when you got a headache, put it on your scalp, massage it. I feel like as a woman especially, but I also feel like this about my black sons, it's important that we use as natural, like in the Bible, um, God used dirt to form man, and I feel like people look past every single little detail sometimes. Just, oh, that's just how he did it. But in order to remineralize and basically enrich soil, you have to put compost. And that's what the most naturalist things. You know, they'll use the scraps from your fruits and your vegetables and put it back in the dirt. And they use like other natural things put in the dirt. Like they'll use salt or whoop diddy do put in the dirt. Boom. And make it rich again. I feel like our bodies are the same exact way. And I think it's key that we kind of understand that about us, especially brown people. People say, "Oh, well, I know for us, okay." Like I know from firsthand, even with like high blood pressure, diabetes, just any little type of thing. If a person suffering from all kinds of different little, well, black person especially, I can speak for, was to change and just eat as rich, like treat your body like the soul, and put in them things, them natural things, um, them fruits and vegetables, and to use them oils and them nuts like they need to, you could reverse a lot of things. And so I try to steer, like the food I've been eating lately been some trash. And my body starts telling me like no. So now when y'all see me eat, if I post food, you gonna see like because God has gifted me with a palate that really loves fruits and really love vegetables. Like I could eat a plethora of that. It's just all the washing, the cleaning, and the creativity that sometimes you have to kind of incorporate into it to maintain it. But really, I feel my best right now because I'm eating right. But castor oil, natural oil, organic oil, especially. I don't like no coconut oil in my hair. Now, my coconut oil, even if I put some on my face, which I don't, um, it inflames it. Like I use coconut oil to brush my teeth with though. Like I had a root canal done, which I regret, but because I could have got rid of the infection naturally. I didn't really understand that like I do now, but I use it in order to pull the toxins out of my mouth. So if you hear people like, oh, oil pull and stuff like that, I do those type of things. And I can say that it has changed like my oral health completely because I used to have where they did the root canal at pain. Still even after, and oil pulling and really using coconut oil um has taken all that away. Like I don't have no problems with that area. It's 10 out of 10. I recommend like the naturalist everything. But I ain't one of the people that judge people off for whoop dee do, because y'all see that food that be on my page. Like I eat different stuff. But like when my body is going through stuff, I know that I need to take my tail right on back to like eat your way back to being healthy and use your natural knowledge that you have. Yes, the leg was, and that's how you know I was not trying to get sexy. I went to church and like that's when I was out to eat after church because my mama's one of them. She want to go out to eat at the church. I don't be want to go because I be in my hometown and it's like I'm good. I don't I don't want to be over here. I don't want to accidentally bump into such and such from high school or I don't be wanting to do that. But I did it with her today. But yeah, so when I like went to take the picture, I wasn't really tripping off my leg kind of showing. But girl, ashy leg. That's how you know I was not trying to get sexy. I didn't even oil the leg. The little piece of leg that was out. That was just here it is. You know what I'm saying? Another thing, when it comes to like men and looking, you know how some women they just like I don't know. It's like I want to be getting ready when I go outside stuff like that, but I don't want somebody infatuated over the outside. You know what I'm saying? Like I want something to be a little off. I want you to see these shoes and think she got these from Walmart. I want you to love shoes so much that you can't stand to to see somebody wearing some shoes that's not whoop-de-doo, and I want to have them on. Because I want you to counsel me out in any way, shape, or form that you can. Because I don't want you playing with me. You know, I want something that you don't like, can't stand, can't settle on. I want to have that on. I don't want you to be deceived. Okay? Thinking that I'm the one when I'm not. Like, if it's something that you can't stand about a woman, I want that to be the problem. Your teeth ain't straight, they're perfect. I want to be counseled out for the one that's not for me. Dude, that's all I got a while, but like, I want you to not like New York, and I got this hat on, and so you keep walking. Like, I don't want to be setting it all, putting it all, priming it all. I don't want to be so perfect that you think, ooh, that might be her. Like, I want the totally opposite for you, for me, for this. So, Isaiah, yeah, like, let me just be. I don't even want to, not even, what is it called? I don't want to manipulate you into thinking. Because I feel like I used to, like, put myself on reserve some. Because, not because I didn't feel like my real self was good enough. But, you know, the world make you think you got to be a certain kind of woman. Um, you know, so you might try to dress it up. You might try to make up it up. You might try to, sit it out there. Girl, let me tell you something now. I be trying to cover it up, hide it, while still being myself. I be trying to do everything else. Like, I don't be trying to, hey, Zaddy, nobody. Like, like, if I'm disqualified, amen. Because I don't even want to be in the game that ain't for me. I don't even want to be. I don't even want to be in the runner up for nothing. I'm good. What's up, Isaiah? Isaiah, I ain't seen you in a while. Where you been? It's like, nah, I'm just kidding. What I cook? Oh, I didn't. We went out to eat, and since I've been eating like real clean, when I say clean, I mean real clean. Came home. I had a salad at the restaurant with some ranch. Then when I came home, I had an olipop. I ate a 501 bar. What them Jones said? I done forgot to finish my daggone olipop. Cost too much money to waste. But, bro, that these got some added sugar in them. But because I only eat one, it's like cool. Because I ain't eating no candy. I'm refraining from candy. And so this is like my snack. But really, I'm on a high fiber diet, girl. So 17% fiber in this joint busting. Anybody need fiber in their life? Hopefully you can find these. Because they made it seem like I had to go overseas to get them. But I found them at my one of them country food lines. So I had one of them olipop. And then when I get hungry, what's up?
I was just came in, figured I'd ask, can I use your vacuum since I'm about to go clean up the living room?
Alright. Yeah, I got the good vacuum, so they be asking me to use it. They gotta rent it out like a library book. Make sure you bring back.
Gotcha.
They is good. They good. The kids, I was trying to bait them in. Nah, the two kids that tasted, they said they were busting. Trent, they were good. Yep. They taste like a real snack, didn't it? Yeah. Yeah, these ain't to be played with. I couldn't even tell it was 501. It was the one for me. But I got 2 boxes. They was on sale. But I'm on a high fiber diet, so it's like, if you can, right now I'm doing like broccoli, avocado. I don't even think cucumber on the list, but I like cucumber. Apple. I'm a juice. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm a juice apples, oranges, and pineapples. But apples is like high in fiber. I've been feeling dead to the world when it comes to strength. So the high fiber diet is because I had that damn parasite. Excuse me, Lord. I'm so sorry. It be making me mad. It be making me mad. I had that darn parasite. And so it threw my pH in my gut off. And people don't realize how severe that can be. Like it can drain you of all your strength and energy. Like your body doesn't absorb the nutrients the same. So now I'm having to like put a mass amount of fiber in my body and try to overcome, because balancing your pH in your gut is like extremely hard to do. So I'm in a fight for my life. I'm in a fight for my life right now. Like really. Because the way that my life is going right now, I almost sometimes like, how am I gonna continue working like this? The only way I can continue maintaining, or not even maintain, the only way
Where
I
you
can
get
get better
the
is to
straws?
eat as clean as I possibly can.
Where you get those straws?
The Dollar Tree. I
Is there
got one.
more? Where?
You can have one, but everybody's get me. Everybody, oh, the straws is nice. They was supposed to be just for me.
Well, you got one side.
I gotta win some and lose some. No, I don't. I can keep every single one of these.
Do you want to share?
No, I don't want to share.
That's complete.
Everything ain't for to be shared. I'm already sharing my whole life, my whole existence with you.
Okay.
He told me something. Okay. Don't know the pain that I feel. You never had, girl, asparagus is good, but sometimes they throw me off because they can be stringy. Honestly, I think the right way to make asparagus, everybody be putting them in the pan, toss them around, they be stringy. Well, I see people bake them. At my job, we use them in the sushi. And to me, they supposed to have like a string bean. You know how like a string bean have sometimes a firmer. Now, I don't like my string beans like that. But I feel like asparagus is probably better to digest and chew like that because they not stringy. They like snap more. It's to blanch them. So if you ever get some, I would say blanch them and toss them. Like if you want to blanch them, which is dipping them in hot water, and once they turn like a bright green, which takes no time at all, like 10 seconds, take them right out. And then, you know, if you want to toss them in like something, garlic, something, butter, I don't know, then you could just toss them in that real quick, whoop whoop, and eat them. But they confusing on how to cook properly. I can tell you that. They taste really good. I love the flavor, but the texture can be throwing off. It can be off-putting. Yeah, kids. You win some and you lose some. No, I be losing some and y'all be winning some and winning some and winning some. Yeah, asparagus with steak is good. What's up, Tyrese? Yeah, wrapping them in bacon. Okay, go crazy. Yeah, I be seeing that too, but like, I'm not, well, I can't try that right now, but I always wanted to try wrapping up with some bacon with a steak, baked potato. I be wanting to do big back behavior. I'm not gonna lie. You try them? Yeah, I would. Definitely try them and let me know. Like, is it stringy? Do you think they stringy? Waffles. Every day. Then again, hold on. Dang. Lately, I have been changed. I'm in between. I'm 50-50. I can't lie. I've been eating pancakes. Like, the last thing I was eating, because Eggo threw me off. If it's freshly made, like, not in one of them Eggo joints, I'm going to say waffle. I'm going to say waffle. Waffle every time. Waffle. I made my mind. Waffle. But, like, if it's not, like, from scratch, because you know that batter from scratch, then waffles go crazy. The pancakes be doing too much for me when they get them from scratch. I prefer me a Pearl Millings. Shout out to Pearl. Aunt Jimmy. I prefer me an Aunt Jimmy with some Crisco oil in the pan. People like, oh, you gotta use butter. I use Crisco. I want them edges real crispy. Like, it's almost like I kind of fried this sucker a little bit. and flip it around and hope the oil heat up quick enough because I'm adding a little bit more so the other side can be crispy. But I can make a heck of a pancake. But if I'm out and it's from scratch, give me a waffle because that batter be going crazy. Something about a good waffle. Tyrese, are you a holy man? The ladies got questions for a holy man. We was asking for God to send a holy man, somebody that believes, that's single. You ain't even got to be single because you could be with somebody because you knew what it's like before. Like in a holy. How old is you? Shoot, before I be doing all this spill and you ain't even old enough for this. Yeah, that vanilla go crazy. I was gonna say that. That vanilla. That vanilla be crazy in them waffles. I don't know who said make sure you throw this in here and no matter what. Yes. For me. I love vanilla. Like anything with vanilla, I be loving it. Now not no perfume. I eat vanilla, not I wear it. 34. You're spiritual, so you believe in Jesus. Is you single? The single part don't matter. I'm just asking for the people. For the people that would come back and tune in. Shout out to the people that's gonna come back and replay this live. Because people will come back and replay it live. I ain't said shout out to nobody. Shout out to Guy. Shout out to Tyrese. Shout out to Miss Baby Doll. Shout out to Memphis. Okay. Shout out to Virginia. Shout out to the DMV. Shout out to the biggest guy. Here come you win some and you lose some. You done lost some when it comes to this cell phone. You about to lose your job. Okay. You 30, you 34. All right, 34. Oh, Miss Baby Doll, you talk about cause he the right age. And he say he's spiritual, right? They go crazy. No. Don't come ask me this no more. I'm gonna kick you out my room and don't lock it. Why you worried about when I'm gonna get off my phone that I pay the bill for? That's only mine. We didn't go half in on we gonna share this phone. This is my phone. And you have an iPad, a tablet, and your own TV. Now you want to take parts of my cell phone? Go crazy. No, I'm not doing this. I'm not. Don't come ask me about my phone number when I'm on it.
Okay, I'm just gonna have my hero way to say goodbyes is gonna come in.
You being dramatic for this live too. Cause any other time you'd bust out laughing and left up out of here. Y'all, he trying to make me feel bad. Ain't gonna work. Yeah, we got a question. The question was, spiritual people know that a man that finds a wife finds a good thing. So therefore, the man find a wife. Like women not supposed to be out here choosing. Like we gotta choose. We gotta accept. And things like that. But we expect a man to find us. Not that we don't have to be open, you know what I'm saying, to the idea and all this other stuff, but we just feel like we want to know from a male perspective, what does that look like if you're seeking out a wife, if you ready for that at that time. Are you looking for somebody, of course it shouldn't be based off looks at all, but like how are you looking? Is it passively? Are you getting to know somebody vicariously by just watching them? Do you watch the woman? Do you have to be physically attracted to her and then you get to know her, y'all date, and you kind of try to find out like what's the angle that y'all take so far as the finding the wife, finding a good thing? Like how y'all expect to find her? You think she gonna be at church? Like we want to know what that look like for y'all. For us, we know personal development, our own spiritual relationship with God, just being one with ourselves, being content with ourselves, and walking holy. You know what I'm saying? Keeping our body and things like that to ourselves. We know what we should be doing, or we think we know. We do it to the best of our ability. What does it look like for a man that's looking for a wife? Cause we trying to make sure we doing it right. I already know I'm doing it right. I'm doing everything wrong. He gonna have to like me through everything. I'm showing all the bad sides. It's like, I'm just kidding. Woo! Just kidding, y'all. I think I used to be somebody that was out here trying to be something like, oh, what I think a man would be looking for in a woo. Now I'm just me. Like, I hope you don't like me. Because I don't even want you to think you like the artificial version of what I was trying to kind of like it is what it is. Like, if anything about my past or anything about my life disqualifies me, amen. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have no shame in, there's no shame in just whatever. Like, that is that you can't change. But I think I used to feel like I was trying to be somebody else in order for to qualify myself to be somebody's wife. Then I got to the point where, yeah, I put a, like, do I got a book in my nose? Y'all, y'all get a little, I'm a little bit, I don't know. To know me in real life and to see me out and about is like, I don't be code switching. I don't be switching nothing. I don't. I just be being myself because I feel like I just want to be free. Like, and for some people, that's hard for them to kind of take. But it's like, you sitting over there living in a box, and I'm out here just living. I'm a whole lot, y'all. I'm a whole lot. Y'all get to see the more, I don't know, the calmer version of myself. Because I'm just sitting here. I'm not out and about. But what y'all out here doing trying to find y'all wife? And how y'all know y'all ready anyway? How y'all gonna find her is what we want to know. Y'all think God gonna be like, that's her? Yes, y'all, it's empty. I know. It's all right. I got some water right here. We gonna drink some water now. That's her. That's her. Y'all, I had a dream. Tyrese Spot said, oh, no. I had a dream, right? Years ago. I ain't even know where I was at. And then it was almost like I lived the dream. Okay? Right? I lived a dream. And in the dream, when I lived it, you know, it'd be like deja vu. When you had deja vu, it's like I've been here. But it won't even that. I was like, I dreamt this. Oh, forget what I was talking about. Let's talk about something Tyrese talking about. Baby, you see me, Louisiana baby. Please say that, baby. You see all that last part, I had to jump back. I like to have fun. I'm not worldly, but I like to have fun. Oh, girls just wanna have fun. Shout out to Tyrese. All right, everybody. Tyrese just ate him up, didn't he? A mouthful. Tyrese, you sound like you know what you're talking about, buddy. Let me screenshot this. I hope I don't cut this phone off. There it is. Y'all, let me read this all out, because this won't be here later. So the question was, how's a man out here looking for a godly, a holy wife? Okay, because we believe that a man that finds a wife find a good thing. So we believe the man finds the wife. And the wife is doing her, I want to be a wife things. Y'all, it's hard for me to say. Because I just want to be. If I be a wife one day, fine. If I don't, fine. So bear with my face. Amen. Tyrese said that he qualified to answer the question. So we asked him, and Tyrese says, I pay attention to her aura and mannerisms and how close she is to her father, to her mother and her father. And did she grow up in a two-parent household? And most importantly, is she spiritual? And not in Is she spiritual and not a worldly woman? Y'all, Tyrese did his big one too. All right, so to that we say, amen. Right? To that we say amen. I think that's important. Yeah, I feel you. I do feel like watching somebody, because I'm just one of them people, like, I don't even want to look at you and be like, oh yeah, I want to take you out. How do I not want to take you out? Just by looking at you. Like, I don't want nobody looking at me like, oh yeah, I want to. No, 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 no. Don't look at me and want to take me nowhere. Like, pay attention to me. And if you might not never see me again, it's different. You know, sometimes you gotta act on a. God literally gotta be like, hey, you better do this. You know, like something other than my eyes see something that I like. I don't want nobody liking me for like my looks and stuff like that. Like, I hate that. I feel like that's all I pretty much know. Like, I don't want to be the girl with the big booty. Like, I ain't always had no big booty, but now, like, in my life, y'all, I go through that, like, oh, you cute, you gotta, now, they don't come on and say that, but you know when somebody, like, you know, you can feel when somebody looking, I don't like stuff like that. Like, I be at my job, I be covering, just know, the outside appearance, I want to get to know you thing, it's not happening. It's not happening. It's the biggest turn off for me. I hate that. I don't like it. I don't like it. Oh, I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't think a woman should know that you like how her body look and you don't know them for nothing. Okay? Like, that's just disgusting. So a man that's not out here lusting over the flesh, amen. Because there's so many of them like that. Like, they thoughts is on the outside. So shout out to Tyrese. Yeah, I think the two-parent household. You mean, what about when a man respect a woman? Because looks is not everything.
Hello.
Like, looks is not even on the list of importance for me when it comes to dating a man. And some people like, oh, when I say I don't got no type, that's pretty much what I mean. Like, because it's deeper than that. Life is deeper than that. Relationship is deeper than that. Like, you got to find the one that you could be one with. You know what I'm saying? So you can't have hiccups. To me, appearance things is kind of like shallow of people. Because you might mess up the one. It might only be that one. Some people think it's more than one, but you might only get that one. And if you disqualify them based on their outside, it's like, dang. Like, you probably don't even deserve it anyway. Like, if the outside can change the inside so much that you don't even, like, I don't know. I'm just not that type of person. I'm not that type of person. I'm not that type of person. But I also believe it's people out here finding people based on their outside, engaging that they insecure about their outside, and then kind of like manipulating them into stuff. I feel like a lot of like toe up relationships. There's a lot of that. People settling, not the person that chose them to manipulate them, but the person that's allowing themselves to be manipulated because they doing so much. They going the extra mile. You know what I'm saying? Settling, and you could never love the real me. I'm trying to be everything you want me to be, but I'm not that type vibes. I feel like them broken relationships has a lot to do with just not loving you and not knowing that if you wait, somebody's gonna love you anyway. Okay. Beyond, you might not be the best looking person. But you might be the best person. Like, cause being a person is not your looks. It's your intellect. It's your will. What else is it? What makes a person a person? It's your intellect. It's your will and your emotion. That's what makes a person a person. Those three things. It's not what you look like. You got an answer? Do you got an answer for? Like, what? Like, I think the two-parent household is something that people can't control. But I do feel like the people that didn't grow up in a two-parent household, they value that more. I do feel like the ones that do, to me, sometimes when you got two parents, you don't even think about the whole.
Can you give some oil on my? Can you put some?
But if you didn't, and
oil
that like
on my-
affected you
oil on
majorly,
my
I feel
head.
like that's a drive
Oil
to
on my
really
hand.
want. What's wrong with your head?
It's have a headache.
You got a headache?
Yeah.
What happened to my baby? Yeah, Tyrese, we want to know more about the two-parent. Like, what about? I'm gonna come back and read it. Give me 1 second while I gotta nurse my baby. I gotta nurse my baby. Girl, Miss Baby Doll. Remember I told you the oil. The oil is important. The castor oil is important because he got a headache. He said, "What you was doing? You was fighting." So I gotta put some oil on the scalp because that's how you get rid of his headache. So Tylenol, what? We don't need that. We don't need that. My bottle getting low though, so he might need it. My bottle getting low. I gotta get some more.
Oh no.
They got it at my job, so I'll probably find some. You gonna rub it in? You feel like it's getting any better yet? No. Did you hit your head?
Yeah.
Boy! This is not for if you get your head knocked off.
I mean when I was at the restaurant.
When you was at lunch.
At
Oh.
the restaurant.
Nah, you bust your head on that church pew. Remember you leaned your head back and busted?
Yes.
Alright, put your head down. Maybe this might work for this too. I'm used to like regular headaches, not knock your head off. So we're gonna see how powerful it is. Stop, boy. Sit up. Why are you being so extra right now? Let me see. Yeah, but I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. Okay? I know what I'm doing. Do you feel any better yet?
Wait and see. A little.
Don't lie. Not yet.
Like half.
Half.
Yes.
So you feel a little bit of relief. Literally. Let mommy massage it more. I'm still here, y'all. I'm Doc McStuffins. What about now?
Okay, wait.
Feel better?
Yeah.
Okay. I love you. Do, you know what's good for you? If y'all can hear me, you have to get in the middle of it. Something's up to make you feel better. Shout out to G.O.D. Shout out to the man upstairs. You know what's good for you? It's the split in the dress for me. Y'all, I had to Miss Baby Doll. I had them boots on today. Them ones that be hanging on my door. I got a chicken leg. They was sliding down a little bit. Let me see what y'all said. You will miss out or just looking at the outside. So cold outside. Girl, it was kind of warm today, but that little piece of leg and that boot, good combo. The boot didn't make me hot. It was like daggone coat I had on. I was kind of warm. But to me, like the two-parent household thing, like it's sad. I'm raising my kids up in a single-parent household, but I wasn't raised up in one. So their experience on life and mine is going to be so totally different. Or has been so totally different. So it's almost like I can't relate. I had like a real terrible relationship with my mom my whole life till I got grown. And I don't mean grown like boom, I hit 18 and all got well. Like, I mean, things is better now in the last like 3 years, like 3 years. So like majority of my life, I ain't really had no mother daughter relationship. So I don't even want to get into all that. But just to give you yeah, I think Darius was like, all right, ladies. Um, yeah, a lot of people aren't. A lot of people aren't. I know I didn't value it as much as like, of course, in the beginning, it was like, you always going to hope in a relationship that it's going to lead to happily ever after. But I was also one of them type of people who was out here in the world living worldly, doing just whatever she was doing. And it was like, if the person wasn't respecting me in the way that I needed respected, then I was about it. I was gone. That was just what it was. I was gone. I was in the world. A girl, a daughter, a female without a motherly guidance, love, stuff like that, go crazy. I don't 10 out of 10, no spiritual understanding. Like, that's the craziest way to be out in the world as a woman. Is to, yeah, no. I don't suggest nobody do that to their kids. What's they love N and H. I remember the H is for heaven, right? Nevaeh in heaven. Yeah, a two-parent household don't matter if the parents not in there parenting. Not to shade nobody, because I'm not one of them. Like, I never want to come on here and seem like I'm bashing, do. But, like, it's very key that you teach your kids, like, what is the Lord? Who is the Lord? Like, what is this Bible about? Of course, their spiritual journey is going to be their own, but, like, I believe that we lay the foundation, the ground foundation, and, like, the understanding of life. Without understanding God and His Word, you don't understand the reality of your life. And without I feel like you need to try to be close to your kids, like be able to talk to them. But like a girl, so far as like feminine stuff and like just being a girl, I feel like a girl can help a girl grow up and be a wiser girl than she was per se, and just know how to be like a respectful woman. Um, I don't know, go crazy. Like the fact that you have women in the world who had to figure out how to be a woman on their own, basically. I ain't never told nobody on this daggone internet none of that. Like that ain't this ain't I don't even tell like when I get to know not even get to know, but I don't even believe in that. Now you meet somebody and in your past used to be like, oh let me tell them that. I don't tell people stuff like that. I don't plan on telling people stuff like that. Like, oh, because people try to take that and try to manipulate you with it, which is impossible now. But like, I don't even feel the point. Like, I don't even see no point in sharing that type of stuff with people. Like, getting it on. Like relationship wise. Like it's good for maybe somebody else that might be walking in the same shoes or been there before. Or like to help them avoid being like that. Like, hey. Religion is all about looking like you playing a part in doing everything that seems like woo 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 woo. But not actually spiritually, like not walking. Like the Holy Spirit is not guiding you and driving you and like pleasing God. It's not more religious. It's more like trying to please man, and spiritual is trying to please God. Um, and one is based off faith, and the other one is based on works. Even though we have to, faith is gonna show up in the works that you do. It's like different. So it's like Old Testament believers and supposed to be new. Like not by law, but by grace and truth. I think. Ah! Hold on, buddy. Hold on, Bucko. What you we got here? What you got? You didn't offer me none? He died to me, y'all. That's my oldest son. Every time I turn around, somebody pulling up with food. He must got a billion. He got a billion delivery bucks. I don't know. It's like, nah, he works, so he's buying food, y'all. But this the second time. When I first got home, he was getting a McDonald's bag, and now I seen some box of pizza in a bag roll up in here. I don't be knowing. I can't keep it. Having an almost adult. If you ain't got no teenage kids and you ain't never had none, good luck. Good luck. They doing everything now. If you thought you was bad, imagine your seeds coming up. You better have a two-parent household. You better have Jesus, the Holy Spirit. You better have the angels. You better have everybody. You better have a community of believers. You better have a contingency plan if you want to murk them so you can make sure that don't happen. When they disappoint you. Boy, can't nobody disappoint you like your kids. I love them though. And God got them. You don't know the pain that I feel. Go, looking at my TikTok. It must be Sheri on the mic, the buttersweet. I'm right. Okay. Okay. How many kids you got, Miss Baby? Tyrese, what you over there multitasking doing? But yeah, religion, people hit you with that all the time. Like, when people found out I was in school, because I have a degree in religion. That's what they classified as. Because how can you teach spirituality? That's for God. So they teach you religious stuff. So basic theology. But when people kind of like new in their belief find out, that's like, I guess, one of them top 10, top 5 questions. Like, oh, spirituality versus religion. And I done had so many people try to use that as some type of attack method. I'm just like, I got a bachelor's degree, and yeah, some people go get that just because, and they make it through and be fine. But like, I'd have never chose that for myself. That had to choose me. I'd have never chose that for myself. Why? Because it's like, what am I gonna do with this? You have to value, like, basically, God definitely wants you to lay down your life. The Bible say anybody who would lose their life for His sake will find it, and anybody basically the opposite. I think I got it in my bathroom. Hold on. Because I got to get it right. Here it is. I ain't want to take this off the mirror, but... Because what if the joint don't stick? It's been in here for a long time. But Matthew 16:25, for whosoever will save his life shall lose it. And whosoever will lose his life for my sake shall find it. So when it came to that, it was like... I feel like God didn't put me at crossroads a couple of times in my life. And it's like... Just be faithful. Like, you don't have to understand it. One day you're going to understand it. Or you might not understand. I don't know. But, like, this was one of them crossroad things. And, like, He pressed it down so heavy on me. It was nothing else. Like, I couldn't make no other decision. It was like, you don't have no choice. Like, your destiny, you cannot avoid your destiny if you was in the kingdom of God. So, like, it was part of my destiny to go to school for what I went to school for. So, people kind of find that out. They be like... Like, God is still working on me now. But I do have a degree, a bachelor's degree in religion that I got. Whoo, Lord. And I was going to school for, like, social work. And the main focus was, like, to understand people better. Like, I want to know what make people woo. So it ain't surprising that God was like, swoop. Because that's the worldly way of learning about humanity. Not that it's not beneficial, but a lot of this stuff is based on man-made assumptions. And God was like, okay. teach you about people. Like he took me from one study to the next, and I was rolling through my social worker degree. I was speeding through that joint, and like when I turned and I accepted, God's will, it put me behind the trajectory of finishing my degree plan. It added on so much time because I had taken so many classes that I no longer needed. It was just like, hey, you want to listen to what I got, you're going to do what I say, or you want to do what you say. And so life, God will say, hey, what you finna do now? You gonna do what I say, which is what's best for you. So one daughter, girl, amen. Y'all know what my biggest problem was then. Whew. You have your reoccurring sins. Like sin, they categorize it. And I need to figure out, because I thought about this the other day. It's like the reoccurring, y'all know what my reoccurring sin was. Everybody can figure it out. Had to put my sticky note back. But yeah, people find out I got that degree, here they come with something. Like, please, just go ahead. Like, tussle with your kids. Mm-hmm. Everybody's still learning. That's why I like to tell people, I got a lot. You never gonna chill. You never gonna figure it all out. It's not even possible. It's so much to learn. Like, you can read the same thing every year, and every year you can find something different. Like, God reveals things progressively over time. Like, what? I ain't never. It ain't even that it wasn't there. Is that your mind? He hadn't opened it up to that understanding, like that revelation. It wasn't for you yet. And I'm at this place now where I go back and I read things I remember reading, but I did not have the understanding that I have now. So I want to say I started my education like 2016. So I'm almost coming up with my decade. Y'all would think, oh, she didn't. A lot went on in them 10 years, baby. A lot. But it was a lot of walking with God. It was a lot of walking with God. It was a lot of walking with God. In them 10 years, I went a whole year without picking my Bible up and reading. Most people would not admit things like that. Like, but they be thinking I'm like, I'm not. People that, I don't know. Like I said, people find out you go to school for that, like, they be looking at you like you the Messiah. I'm not. I'm not. I'm not. Yes, girl. That is a fact. Yeah, different translations. Things get to changing. But yeah, for sure. You don't know. For sure. It's a lot of stuff that over time you learn or you can learn or that you may learn. But the main thing is making sure you read that Bible and you pray and you always communicate with God every day, actualizing Him in your life. And He'll show you things, He'll teach you things, He'll guide you through things, He'll grow your understanding. Like your one-on-one everything is like the main important thing above anything, because that's gonna be the only one thing that stays consistent is you and Him. Because people come, things go. your will to go to church, your will to whatever, your will can change based on your circumstances, but you got a will to always stay in communication and in a respectable place with God. You know what I'm saying? Because some people be like, oh, I lost my faith in God. My main thing is no matter what I go through in my life, is to find an understanding that allows me to stay aligned with the fact that I believe God 100% and I trust Him with everything and anything that could happen in my life. No matter what it is, how tragic it is, no matter how nothing it is, I trust God with 100%. Like, that's the main thing. And not to appease to what people think I should be or to know what people think I should know or to try to like one up, woo, woo, woo. Just to be. That's what the boy that I work with, that I said is spiritual, and he's so young and just made a lot of right decisions in his young life. Like, we both been contemplating on what it is to just be, because it's important to just be, because God's grace affords us that we can just be. We don't have to be perfect or be blah blah blah. We can just be. And what does that mean for ourselves? It's like being very content with your person. So we beat ourselves up a lot. So no, I haven't seen it. No, I don't believe in that pastor to God. Honestly, I've sat in churches that I feel like I know more than the pastor know. Um, or that I could have did a better job at connecting, things like that. But
Hi. Wait.
I don't sit in the church and feel like
Hi.
they could not help me in any type of way.
Hi.
Back up. They hear you. They can't say nothing back. They gotta type it. Which I know I'm not the only person that probably feel like that. It depends on, I don't know. I guess just like how faithful you been in, how long you been in, or just stuff. What you wrestling with in that season. Cause sometimes people have to stand in the pulpit and they wrestling with stuff on the back end, but they got a job on the front end. And therefore the Holy Spirit is not able to be fully in them. It's things that they try, you know what I'm trying to say? Like when people go through, and I wonder about that, like spiritually, yes. When people like leaders, and I feel like they need to be able to say like, hey, I'm going through something, I need to woo woo woo, or is it like a cop out? Is it a plea? Like our spiritual leaders able to say like, I'm tussling with something right now and I'm not hearing from God like I need, or is it like the Bible say like God is gonna give you the words? Because really, ain't that what the Bible say when people like preach a sermon that God is, the Holy Spirit is gonna lead them, or that's what He said when the church was being established. It was like, don't even worry about what you gotta say when you stand in front of woo woo. But that's when they were defending their faith. So it's the same thing, like God gonna give you the words. I heard a pastor, Charles Stanley, preach about that. Like he ain't had no word. How they get the word ready, like something came to him that week and he felt like, oh yeah, this the one. And nothing came until he got there and he was scared. Like I think he was thinking about letting somebody else speak and all kinds of stuff, and like stood up there and it just all came. He was like, I preached one of my best sermons that day. Like I just be wondering, like I be thinking, y'all. I'm an analytical thinker. But I don't like tussling. I like to think, but I don't like tussling it with people that's wrestling with like. And I don't really feel like that when I'm aligned with somebody that I really believe faith is true. and based on Bible truths. I don't feel like I got to tussle with them. You know, what y'all doing, E? Yes. What y'all doing?
I'm making Logan's chicken fries. I forgot about them, but they're not even done, so I'm just putting them back.
Last comment. I love a spiritual woman. Them women that the pastor, the guy, they whole time they trying to date him because they want to be saved. They think that's how you get saved, by getting a man. A spiritual man can save you. I would never. I would never. I would never. But I know a lot of women who fall in that trap of, yeah, a man is supposed to be the head and he's supposed to lead, but you got to have your own relationship with God, and you have to get your body, and you have to have self-control. You got to calm your body down, so that's not what's leading you. Your loins, you got to gird them up. The pastor being your God go crazy. Imagine what he could do with that type of power over a woman. Imagine what the pastors do. You know the pastors having babies with they got wives, but they having babies with the women in church. That's what's going on. That woman is trying to get saved through her vagina. She's thinking about the wrong gate, the wrong narrow gates. Y'all forgive me. Mm-hmm. Not a real, to me, not a true believer, or if a believer, a baby one. Still on milk. In the beginning of your spiritual journey, you easily deceived by a lot of things, and a lot of things are repetitive, and a lot of things the church have realized are repetitive because the church went through it, so they're able to speak on it. And that's one. That's one of them things. Pride is another thing, very prideful. People when they get saved become very prideful, and they think they like so much more special than
It's
everybody
not
else,
working.
and they know so
I'm telling you,
much.
it's not working.
What's not working? And that's when they pride go before destruction. So they on their way. They finna hit a daggone. They finna they finna fall by the wayside. I mean, it's weird. Never mind, wrong song. But the wayside is calling you if you got pride. Heavily up in your bones. The wayside is calling you. If you ain't already in. Good thing God still loves us though, and He'll pull us from over there in the wayside till we go back over there. I'm looking at the oil and I just want to take some. I know that sounds crazy, but it's not gonna harm me. It can only help me. I feel like early I ain't get enough. I might swear. Nope. I got that song up out my head because I didn't know. That song, I didn't know what the rest of the words was. I had to cut it on and listen to it. I said, oh my gosh. I was singing this. This is crazy. No. That's the only thing about this internet, boy. They'll have you singing the song you think is just... Then you listen to the rest of the words. You're like, oh my. Clutching my pearls. What is going on here? No soon as that part go off, just go crazy. Somebody should have tapped me on the shoulder like, ma'am. You out of order with this one. Well, people sleeping with the women in church and having babies. Go crazy. It be happening. It happens too often. It's too many people that got babies, but too many pastors that had side babies. And too many women who fell for that. Like, you cannot believe this man is holy if he cheating on his wife. You cannot believe this man is holy if he's willing to leave his wife for you. You cannot believe this woman is holy if she's cool with this. Now, deception and deceit, yes, those things are really real. You can deceive yourself. We deceive ourselves more than anybody else deceives us. Okay? Because we going along with... To be a baby believer go crazy. And I feel like the baby believers is out here blind to the world because a lot of people don't speak about these things. Everybody's talking about how the world is mad with you and how the ops and shooting fire and busting back at the ops and all this other weird crazy stuff. But they need to be teaching people how to be new believers and how to walk faithfully and the things to look for and the tricks of the trade and whoop dee dee doo. The church don't teach the church how to be the church. So everything got to keep getting learned over and over and over and over and over and over. And over. Cause nobody want to talk about it. What's up, Kansas? Nobody want to talk about it. Nobody want to talk about it. Cause half the time they still doing them things. Half the time they still wrestling in their flesh. They still fornicating. They still adultering. They still got. They still. You can wash away my sins. And then when you talk about it, nobody want to hear it. So people scared to talk about it because you can't get no money. People not gonna come show up to the church. That's what they think. If we rebuke you, if we talk about it, who is gonna show up and fill up these pews? To think I never cared about oregano oil as much as I do now in my life go crazy. It almost tastes a little bit like medicine, ain't gonna lie. I was thinking about that. I mean, they down here running around. But hell definitely is gonna be a whole lot hotter. And a whole lot worse. But it is like a little version. You know how they say something's got a 2.0? This like a little version. Because we out here wrestling with things, spiritual things, that we won't when Jesus come back. That really ain't got nothing to do with us half of the time. But it do kinda because we still is out here sinning. So it's like, dang. Even though God, Jesus died for all our sins. I guess we don't get to escape it all. I watched some in the past near death experiences. And I'm like one of them type of people who, if I don't, discernment is strong. But if I don't want to engage in, some things be deep and it don't be the time for me. Like, so I've seen some things lately that I probably would have watched if I wasn't already going through some stuff already. My battery, like, but I've seen a lot of lately like type things. I've seen some things. You're gonna have to talk to your the controller. You got the wrong controller, my boy. You know I don't know how to work no PS5 controllers. That's the question for your big brothers. The controller, I wouldn't know what is working and what's not. If the light come on, I think it's working. Yeah, I have. Oh, definitely it's gonna be a heaven and a hell and they is separate. But I could see how somebody could relate to Earth kind of feeling like a little taste. A little bit, little taste. But that's only because it's things in the world like principalities. We still in a fight right now, so it's not like heaven. It's more like hell. Because heaven is perfect, but it's nowhere near like it because it's so far off from it. But it's still like suffering. Nothing. I know every time I have to go to work, I'll be like, on a small scale of things, just having to deal with so many energies. You definitely build your spiritual relationship with God is it grows through ungodly circumstances from the heathens. The heathens. The heathens. They help you. They help you stay on focus. They help you stay on track. They help you continue to gird it up and to get it ready. I was reading a love letter from my son. I used to love getting love letters. Did y'all used to get love letters and fold them up? Like, y'all know how we used to fold them and then they would like go into that pocket all perfect. I want to learn how to do that again. I'm going to look up a video because something about going back and revisiting the simple things about your past that don't hurt. It's almost like the healed up version from you gets to kind of like pat that person on the back sometime when you revisit old stuff or you find yourself in like nostalgic places and you get to change the scenario a little bit. It's almost healing for your soul. So I'm gonna write a love letter to God, of course, and then I'm going to learn how to fold it. Something I got a business right to and from, and I love you, and I do anything for you. To my creator. I wrote a letter in church today, y'all. Y'all ever write God a letter? If you ain't never wrote God a letter, you should start. If you like to write, you don't know what to write, or you haven't wrote anything in a long time. Because some people don't have to write stuff, like long form. Write God a letter. Sometimes my prayers come out better when I write them down. Try that out. I think I'm finna skirt. This has been a beautiful, I like talking holy things. I like talking spiritual things. I like bouncing back ideas. Watch, Miss Baby. Because you said you told me the life or death and basically people that have went to Bro, I got an experience. I don't even think I'm gonna talk about it. For the weed smokers. The weed smokers that that I've told this to. Some I've had my nephew, which I know God got his hands on him, had a similar experience as mine after me. He didn't tell me, his sister told me. But she's like, it's crazy how both of y'all whoa. But hell is definitely a real place. It's real. It's real. We see your comments. It say Miss Baby. Miss Carrie Baby. They just got a question. She said life or death. The videos, they got people all over the internet, well, YouTube, that tell stories about. I watch because you asked that they're gonna pop up in my watch. I'm gonna end up watching one this time. I'm gonna have a story because it's gonna make me click on it just because you said something like ooh, boom, watch. It's gonna have it just like that. I believe that God's word is perfect and it's full of what He needed us to know. I do believe in the Bible. It say it's so much stuff. Like there could never be a book that could hold everything in it. So what's in the Bible is what's necessary for us to know. Things outside of that, I feel like that's for God to understand and for him to know. And if he want me to know about it, I know about it. But I don't disqualify it as impossible, because anything is possible with God. So people, they be like, ooh, and they try to make it seem like you can't pose, or like it's a difference. It's not a difference. It's all the same thing. It's understanding our knowledge is very small compared to the knowledge of God. And he doesn't, everything wasn't our, not that we're not business, but like we know what we need to know. And if we need to know more, he'll show it to us. He'll teach it to us. He'll, you know. So I don't feel like people be crazy. I don't be like, oh, you got to be out your mind because the Bible don't say that this is true. In the Bible, it says something. It's a unique, and I'm going to ask God, what I'm speaking of, you know, show it to me, please. Next time, and watch, we want it, the next time, who knows when that's going to be, but like, it's something in there that say something that's very unique. That's, I can't speak no further on it because I don't want to get it wrong. But it coincides with this conversation. But I feel like it's no way we know everything. Like, who are we to think that we understand and woo into, like, it's a lot I don't know. And I'm happy. Sometimes I tell God I'm so thankful. Because I'm holding on. This is enough for me right now. I don't. Knowledge is power. But yeah, I trust that God in his creativeness, in his vastness, I would never completely, fully until, and maybe never then, like little old me, how could I know it all? I know I don't. Anything is possible with God. I like how in the Bible, what was it? 1, 2 people made it straight in, like went straight to heaven. Or like God buried such and such, or such and such went straight into heaven. Like them be the moments that I'm like, oof, it's too late for me for that. But if I could choose something, let me go from here to there, straight, teleport me, skip every other step. Getting in, gonna take, skip the phone. Yeah. Was it Stephen? Was Stephen the one that they stoned and then they looked up and he was in heaven? Was that Stephen, y'all? Was that Stephen that they stoned and they looked up and seen him in heaven? Them be the big God. Them be the things that be belong. Hold on, Bucky. What you doing? Just helping yourself to my stash? Who gave you government clearance for this? You over here guzzling down mommy only waters. Y'all buy them cases of water. They go through them like droughts. Now they got jugs of water and they coming in here and get my daggone bottles. My youngest son, he got a clearance. He got a government clearance on all levels. Level 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't even know if they got levels, but he got all of them. He just be up in here. Y'all see, he ain't asked no more. I told him when I went there the other day, if you need something out my room, you know what I'm saying, it's cool, you get it, because you ain't got to call me and ask for it, because I'll be at work and sometimes I can't answer. I guess that applies to 24/7. You said the UFO. Ezekiel. Why you calling it a UFO? How you know it's a UFO? Mm-hmm. I don't remember that part. Mm-hmm. Ezekiel came back as was that John? Was that John the Baptist? Did he come back or no? Y'all, I don't know. Mm-hmm. I know one thing. I like God's name. God with us, Emmanuel. Y'all know the names of God is dope. Y'all ever sit down and like learn them? Like God got a lot of names. Or like the names that represent how he describes himself, his characteristics. So like Jehovah Nisi, Jehovah Jireh, like Emmanuel, stuff like that. That's a good prayer to prayer. They help me know you by all your names. The provider. I like Jehovah Nisi. My banner. What's trending? What is trending? Jesus. Jesus. How is the USA? How you know I'm from there? Is it the head? I'm in Africa right now. I'm just kidding. I'm sorry, God, for lying. How's the USA? I mean, yeah, I know y'all can see the news. It's crumbling. Okay. I don't like to talk about it. It's doing what it's been doing best. Whatever you want. I'm not in Africa. I was just telling one. I'm in Virginia. How is America? Can you please tell me what it look like from where y'all at? How is America? I'll be asking people to tell me what it look like from your viewpoint, but nobody do. How's America? You tell me. What can wash away my sins? I think a man's desire to have an understanding of every single thing drives them sometimes, which doesn't drive me because I respect that God has way more. Like, if it's not there, it's not for to be there. I can't put it there. I can't make it there. I can't think it there. You know what I'm saying? It's important to steer clear of those type of things because you can get yourself in trouble. I done got myself in trouble. What up, Pookie?
Hi.
Hey, Pookie.
I feel we need to charge this thing because it's maybe on a little battery.
The biggest. The biggest.
The baddest.
You wow. Elijah. Okay, Elijah.
Yep, it's a little bit on the
So
low,
Elijah, is that John the Baptist? Elijah. See, I don't know, and I love John. Stomach hurt. Guess what? In the flesh.
My body is itching.
I guess you might need to shower then, buddy.
Actually,
Oh, you ain't itching no more?
yeah.
You ain't itching no more. He ain't itching no more, y'all, because he might got to get up in the shower. He's well. I got a phone, so I should be looking this stuff up. Stupid.
What about? Okay. What about your switch?
Nope, because my sound is messed up on this phone. I got to get a new phone. When I get a new phone, it'll be better for you.
Wait, I get a new phone?
Yeah, I'm getting a new phone.
It got all the stuff like on the blue phone?
This blue phone ain't got nothing on it. It got my YouTube on it. That's the only thing that this phone got on it.
And even
It don't got
fun
my
stuff
TikTok,
like
it ain't got
mine.
nothing.
If you go out, you see my fun stuff.
Yes, girl. I'm glad that you know this. He got two tablets. One is like a file. One is an iPad that I pay for, so he can have internet everywhere. So he basically got a phone. Okay, a big one.
Bruh.
And then he got a whole
You
TV that
buy
we
me
mounted on the wall.
you buy me a different phone like that is really black. I don't know, but
Oh, you talking about the little one?
yeah, I don't
Oh
know what it
yeah, I
is.
still got it. Maybe
What
I
is
should
it?
give it to you.
Yeah, I wonder if they have.
He got like a little Android. I bought him years ago. But y'all know this boy, even in
Can I have
young,
it
it was
back?
years ago. What you better be 6? He was probably like 3 because it was an iPhone. He ain't gonna fool with it. He couldn't communicate that, but he knew the difference between everybody else's phones, and he was like, "Yes,
I get
I gotta find it and charge it up, and I gotta see. Give me a day or two.
a day or two.
I'm grown. Give me till I feel like
I can help you.
it."
I
No.
can help you find it.
No. Cause I already just was searching for my water flosser charger, and that took me a few days, and I don't have the battery for search. Y'all, one thing that I don't like doing, I'll tell y'all a secret. Nope, I ain't, cause they said don't let the right left hand know, but I'm not gonna tell it. Yeah, chariot, my boy, 100%.
Yeah.
That's why I said went straight to heaven. Them be the stories that blow my mind. Now people saying they see this and see that, that's more so scary. But what blow my mind is the ability to just go to heaven. Like, if I could choose, if I could say, God, just take me straight there, that'd probably be like, you can choose how you go, just go straight to heaven. For me, that's mind blowing. I don't even want to see no other beings that ain't for me. Don't even, them secrets keep them. Like, what, girl? Yeah. What's in that book? Hallelujah. What he speak to me, amen. Mm-mm. But nothing is impossible. So that's how I kind of move around. Because everybody believes what they see, what they saw. My sister said she seen a UFO. I'm just gonna tell y'all this now. She used to get high as a kite too. Sis, the truth is the truth. This is when she was smoking weed. But you know how them experimental weed smokers, they go to the dispensary and they just got all the scientific. Anyway, it's not to say this didn't happen, but this is to say all these things go across my thoughts when people tell me things like you weren't sober. But at the same time, I have an experience and I wasn't sober neither, but I feel like the experience was because I wasn't sober. What I went through, it was to let me know I better get sober. I better put that marriage of weed down. Like the reason why I stopped smoking weed, even when I was a believer, I smoked weed probably like I stopped smoking weed like 4 years ago. I don't want to say. I stopped like fornicating, smoking weed, all that stuff kind of came around the same time. Most people be having a hard time giving up. I was giving up hard things. Weed, cigarettes, sex, all that stuff was getting like, and it wasn't like I just started believing and then boom, I tried to be, like I said, I've been a believer for a decade or so. 4 years ago, like God had been like pressing certain things down, but like she said, in her weed smoking heavily, that she seen one with her own eyes. Yeah, when I hear chariot, I think just like a chariot, like when you get picked up in a car, kind of like that. Cause God can do anything, so I'm thinking like a chariot literally came, scooped him up, and he went off into. Cause in the Bible, in Revelation, don't they talk about chariots and stuff like that? Like I'm thinking literally a chariot. Cause God, you know what I'm saying? Jesus ascended just up. They didn't need. They don't need some type of jet. You know what I'm saying? They don't need no science to. Like God can just say, all right, send the John back. Come on back. You know, just he can just make things do what they do. So they don't even need nothing that's supposed to fly to fly. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm thinking like a cherry, just like it say. Cause everything, to me, everything in the Bible, like I said, people look past little things, but I think everything is specifically what he say. Just like some people believe that the the origin story, basically the creation story, they don't think that's 7 literal days. Some people think it's daggone spans of time, even though in the Bible it say morning or evening and night or however it's worded. Like he talk about it like it's a day. People take that because they want to believe because they don't have the human understanding of how things could exist that would take scientifically billions of years, how in just a few thousand, like in a moment or in the thousands since they did literally since it all happened, how that could even be possible. Like how the spiritual understanding of time, what is it, what, 6,000 years? Only 6,000, I want to say. But anywho, they say the math is so off based on what science say that they try to use the Bible, excuse me, and tweak it to the days is periods of time, not literally 24 hours or morning
Is it
and
that they're gonna
nights.
give me a sticker?
Probably so. Dang, I forgot about that. Go tell your brothers tomorrow they gotta go to the doctor to get their blood drawn. Every single one of them. Go tell Chris, say tomorrow morning we all going to get our blood drawn because y'all got to get y'all blood work up done.
But you gonna wake up?
Go tell them I don't care who sleep. They need to know so they can understand. That's philosophy questions. The how do we know what is real? How do we know what is good? How do we know what's wrong? How do we know what's right? You know, morals and ethics and all that type of stuff. Um, where did God come from? If anybody ever asked me he just is. What could create God? Go crazy. Now, if you ask me where humanity came from, clearly God, because that evolved from monkeys, that evolved from a rock, that evolved from da 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 da. If that was ever true, it would still be happening. Where did God come from? That go crazy. Who is that? They on a high pursuit trying to find out something. Go ahead. We is open to all ideas. What could wash away? Because where did God come from? Please tell me. I ain't never ever wondered where God came from. I ain't never wondered where God came from. Phew. I know that might be like, what? Ah, yeah, because where could he come from? One thing the Bible gonna do is let us know we is a small, minute, but very important part. of the whole grand scheme of things. Where God came from. Hope shared me. It sounds like somebody who think that God is.
Ma,
Never mind. I'm gonna ask God.
why is finding out hurts?
The Bible said, "I am that I am." Okay.
Why is finding
He just
hurts?
is what he is. That's what I was saying. Who sent me? Who is sending me?
The
He
people?
just is.
The people?
That's where it came from. He just is.
It is.
Did you tell them folks?
Yep.
Y'all bear with me because sometimes I be talking about my kids like they know. You told them? You told Christian, Trent, and Evan?
Yep.
Cool.
I already knew a saving trend.
So what Chris said?
Said, all right. And he said, oh my.
I knew that one response was gonna have
Can
me.
you help me for that?
Help what?
I just said, oh my.
Yeah, oh my. He good. I like his response. It was mature of him. I like his response because I knew he gonna be happy about it. All y'all getting blood drawing them up. We gonna have to. I'm gonna have to put the youngest one in the head like y'all. Pray for him, y'all. Maybe not tomorrow. God show up for your boy, like you do every day, every time. Don't even start worrying me about it, cause you're not gonna worry me then, till then, from then. Just know it's happening. Y'all gotta bear with me, cause my son died. He'll worry me about that. I ain't got time for it. Y'all see that heart right there? Yeah. That's repurposed from I didn't know what to do with it for a lot of times, and it has floated around my house randomly and been a lot of places, and now it's found its home right here. I actually like the way it look, cause you almost can't see the strings that this plant hangs on, so it's kind of cute. Random thoughts while we wait on Tyrese's answer. Leash the dreads. I need to tighten these suckers up and my head itch. My hair don't usually itch, so I'm kind of like not concerned. I hope my psoriasis ain't trying to act up. That's all I can say. What can wash away my sins? I'm gonna cut my karaoke machine on. I don't know, cause I got allergies, and peppermint oil flares up. Like, I've used the smell for natural ways to like get rid of some type of something I didn't want. I don't even remember what it was for that I used it for, but like I just remember it opening me so like I think it's good for stimulation purposes because it was stimulating. Um but it's too strong for me. Like it will probably make my eyes irritated, especially. I think tea tree would be more of like on the scale of what you're trying to get at. Now I do use that. I use that on my skin and my scalp sometimes. Like when my psoriasis, when I first was before I was diagnosed, I was using the heck. Like I usually do not scratch my hair this much, so I'm like I said, if a sneeze is a sign for us in here, and the scratching of the head, that's not a normal thing for me. I done scratched my head a few times today, and it's starting to make me think I need to look at my scalp, see am I having a flare. But it wouldn't surprise me because something is going on with my body lately, which I won't get into. But I have not had a flare of my psoriasis on my scalp in so long. God has been so good to me, and he's still so good to me. But sometimes when you think of things like, dang, it's been a long time, then it be like, boop. It's almost like you manifested in your thoughts. That's why it's important not to speak things out loud. But I did just now on this live because I know better. So I ain't got to learn better. I know. I just got to do better. That don't let your left and your right hand, don't let your left hand know with your right hand. That's a real thing, y'all. That's a real thing. And I feel like I was kind of like wrestling with the thought about it. But the right hand, left hand, I feel like the enemy be around. Okay? And he hear things. I feel like the things that we keep in here, he can't get to. But once you start speaking things out loud, them boys, they listening, they watching. You, you're not just surrounded by a slew of angels. The enemy is around. Okay? So you get to talking too much. Y'all ever notice how you could talk yourself right out of something? I'm very careful about the things that I speak about and things that I say. And I would be, if I was y'all, I would be too. And if you accidentally put something out there, you better go ahead and pray against whatever could be. It's almost like sending the ops your location. Dropping the load to the ops. You gotta be careful about what you say out loud. And then you gotta be careful when people ask you too many questions about stuff that ain't their business too, because it's like, you being too quiet, they might send somebody to ask you. You can speak a problem right up. No, Jack. I want to say peppermint is stronger. Like, I can't handle it. Like, if I had put, no, I couldn't put that on my scalp. But tea tree is probably more effective because it's like antibacterial, micro something. Like, you have to look it up. But like, tea tree has like a lot of things. I feel like it's probably more safe because it's not too potent. Like, I don't really hear nobody using it directly on the skin. Black folks don't know their worth. What you talking about? Because I missed it. Tyrese, you was in here one time and you was saying you had posted a message and it never showed up. We don't see the message. They say something was retracted. Message retracted. What's the part about black people don't know their worth? Where did that come from? Because I want to know. I got to understand where the two go hand in hand. No, I don't see it. It's not there. I'm looking right at my phone because I got two. It's not there. Ain't nothing there. He was here one time before. And the message was, y'all don't see my message? No, we don't. It ain't there. I think you got to type it over. Well, you don't have to. I'm staying away from like pasta, and pasta's like my favorite thing, but I almost feel like she the op now. I gotta feel like that. I was like, my love for you, it will return. I love pasta so much. Like, I can't think about it too long. Her phone finna die. And I'm finna take me a shower. I forgot I gotta get up in the morning and act like somebody gotta go to work. They don't. I got business to take care of. I gotta be a, I gotta be a patrol officer tomorrow. I gotta go somewhere I ain't never went. Usually I go to Lab Corps. Gotta go. And I gotta get some food. What I say I was gonna do? Dang, I don't feel like doing that. I'm supposed to make juice. I think I'm just gonna scratch the pineapple and I'm just gonna make orange and apple juice. So I ain't gotta do no whole bunch of cooking and wash. And I'm gonna wash them oranges and them apples. Let me see what I had. Oh, I'm gonna make me some tomatoes. Yeah, I've been taking and slicing tomatoes and putting like some. You had Alfredo? I look at my shorts sometime at the Alfredo. And I think about how good it was tasting. And then I have to keep going. I have to fight the temptation to think too far into. It'd be so good. Oh my gosh, it'd be so good. I can taste it in my thoughts. Nothing who can wash away my sins. Intellect, will, and emotion. That's what I think. Because God is a light, right? So I think that He created him to have an intellect, a will, and to have emotions. I think that's the basis of a person. That's what makes God a person, even though He doesn't have a physical body like a man. He made him in His image as a person because plants and animals and stuff like that, they different. Man is like God because we have an intellect, a will, and we have emotion. What can wash away my sin? Well, what do you think it means? What do you think God meant when He said He created Adam in His image? That's what I think He meant. He created them to have intellect, will, and emotion, which is what consists of a person. That's what a person is. It's not your physical body. God is a light. You know, scientifically, they have proven that when a man's sperm reaches an egg and life is created, that an actual light is shown. And I thought about that earlier today, randomly before this conversation. I was like, God is a light. So maybe that was for you. Because it's deep, but it was random. Because God is a light. And if we were created in His image, and a light shines when life is created. That could be the answer for you. That's how I've heard it answered like that too. the but you still need all those things to do all those things. So I guess that's like you have to have a will to do those things. You know what I'm saying? You have to have the mind to do those things. You have to have a want to do those things. So all that to me kind of like go hand in hand with one another. Like in his image as a person with a mind, with all the things necessary to formulate the ability to even. It's like when you think about how we didn't have cars and we didn't have highways and we didn't have all of that required, you know, and don't else anything could have did it. You know what I'm saying? Anything he put here could have created, but it's not them. It's us who do that because we have those capabilities that God has as a person to be able to formulate the thoughts and put the plan together and see it through. But do we want his answer? No. And if you want to give it to us, write it down and have it ready for next time. Her phone about to die. I'm about to. My stomach kind of hurt. I'm about to go figure that out. I know that's kind of personal, but hey, I'm finna do a little 1-2 spill. I gotta get me something healthy. Y'all know you can't. I might just see about peanut butter ain't no good for me. Not the kind that I got. So I gotta go find some food. Um, I mean, if you post that answer within the next minute, we'll see it. But because it's gonna be 9 o'clock, I don't think it's no answer for that question. Maybe this is a trick. The answer is there is no answer for that. Is that what it is? Is you trolling? Because I can't remember the question. The question was, where did God come from? My body. And you talking about God the Father, right? Where did the Father, God? Uh-huh. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. But they got me going crazy. Yeah, I think it ain't no answer for that. He just is. Yeah, I do believe that. And it's scientifically proven everybody came from Africa. Mitochondria Eve. You gotta look it up. Mitochondria Eve. Pretty dope. I learned it in my biology class. But like I already knew from the dirt, you ain't gonna get nothing else but a black person from no dirt. But I believe that's why black people are so oppressed in the world. Is because why else would somebody just hate you for nothing? Like just based off the strength of how you look. Like the enemy strong, heavy on it. Why else would they be? The enemy don't want you to understand. If they can keep you too oppressed and too focused on your lack or this, that, and the third, like you'll never get to your full understanding of whatever. Um, Somebody just off the rip don't like you for nothing. Come on now, you gotta know it's for something. A fight being fought that you don't know, you don't understand it. Everything is spiritual. Spiritually, what could it be? Everything is spiritual. My eyeball itching. I'm trying to figure out that. I'm gonna go take me some allergy medicine, y'all. I want to say in the Bible they said Samuel was black as heck. Look it up. I want to say they said Sammy was super black. Hair like wool, bronze. Come on now. We know. We know. And the best thing people can do is to know and to understand that and walk out their life like they know. Like, God still chooses. Like, He chooses. Point blank, period. He chooses who He chooses. And that's the wonderful, beautiful thing about it. And I hope that for everybody. But it's important that you know that so you can kind of like move past that because it's kind of like a hiccup for some people in their belief because you so oppressed. Black people be so oppressed and have been so oppressed and they go through so much. But when you understand the enemy is fighting, fight, and you know that's how that's gonna be until the end of time, then it hit different. You can move different. You can focus on different things when you have an expectancy of that because that's gonna happen. The Bible say that's gonna happen for those who believe. Like once once you enter to that belief, it's you against them for real. It start hitting different. Cause before you was walking with the enemy, it won't no need to beat and batter you but so much. But the closer that you get to making a decision, especially the closer right before you make a decision, many people make the wrong decision. I feel like that's why a lot of people do bodily harm to themselves. Cause they getting so close to the point of making a decision. The enemy gonna fight you the hardest when you getting ready to make a decision. But see, the church don't teach the church that because the church don't teach the church about the stuff that the church need to teach the church about. You gonna feel your most dead walking when you close to make a decision. I ain't lying. It's something about it. It's something about the time. And you can confuse the time. Oh, you saying God is black? Oh no, that ain't what I'm saying. Well, God, like Jesus, God. I want to say all this stuff up and through here is about black people. I believe. I believe. That's just like when you think about Moses and you see how Moses with the Egyptian people, he didn't look like who baby could this be? He fit right in. But the color thing is like a small scale. I think when you come to peace with I, then that's not a good thing to wrestle with. If you wrestling with it, come to peace with it. Make a decision on what you believe about it. And if you have peace with it, that's where you know you made a good decision about something. When you got peace, when you don't have peace about something, then you know you done made something ain't right. When you don't have peace, I mean you can't rest in something. That's in any decision you make in your life. Make a decision. If there's peace there, you know you're in the right spot. When there's no peace somewhere, something ain't right. It's no truth. Truth comes with peace. Where there's no truth, there's no peace there. God is a light, okay? That's what God, creator God, everything was created through Jesus. Yes, the word made flesh, Jesus, okay? God is a light, literally a light. Yeah, God, Jesus, God, right? The one that came down in the flesh, that had to come through the flesh. But God, the Father, did not come down in the flesh. He sent the Son. So God, the Father, God the Son, and God the Holy Spirit is the triune God. So it's very important that you be careful. And me too in reading what I'm reading. Because the Son, the Father, and the Holy Spirit. Three persons, one God. Will make somebody a person. a intellect, a will, and emotion. Okay? That's what makes somebody a person. Intellect, will, and emotion. So God, Son. Yes. Lord, y'all got, hey, nah. I ain't trying to confuse nobody up here now. Where there's no peace, there's no truth there. If you ever want to know how to make a decision, find the peace. And you know you're in the right spot. One of the greatest lessons God taught me. Because I used to be hard on a decision. I used to be so, like, trying to make a decision and just tussling and tussling and tussling. I started studying, like, I started paying attention. And one of the greatest things that I have been blessed with understanding, because I have a lot of understanding. Yes, Jesus, right? I don't know what it is. All right, y'all, it's been good. It's been a good spiritual, I ain't gonna call it a debate, conversation. I'm about to go handle some things. My goodness, this has been beautiful, Miss. I want to say Miss Carrie, baby. Miss Baby Doll, thanks for coming back. Shout out to Memphis. Thank you, Tyrese, for your input. Shout out to everybody that came in or that's going to come in the live later. I think this has been my longest live maybe ever. Shout out to you, Miss Baby, for being here with me. I'll be glad when I can do one or two things. Like, ooh, Miss Baby. You know what, Miss Baby? I want to, you know what? In a few weeks, I'm going to try to get myself together. I'm going to have to hit you up. So come back to my lives. I'm going to try to gather. I'm going to gather some of my favorite things. Give me a little bit of time. And I'm going to send it to you. Some of my favorite little things. Something that's safe for the mail. There's some things that I use. If I could find, like, because some of this stuff I might not be able to find the exact same thing. But simple things, you know. Things you might already own. But I think that would be nice. It's nice for black women to love on black women, and I love doing it. I love loving on my people when I can. So, I love y'all. I got to go handle Miss Baby. You on point with you. You got it. Black man was lynched on trees like the Most High. We went through the same punishment he went through. Yeah, that's a conversation piece. For sure. That is a conversation piece, but I can't get into it. Because I got to go to the bathroom. Bad. Miss, come back. Thank y'all for joining. Shout out to everybody that's going to come back later. Shout out to everybody that's being here. And I'll be back. Y'all know I'm going to be back. I got to go to this bedroom.